Coming to you from the biggest little city, the guys, Zach, Trevor, and Chuck, lock in to bring you your weekly fix of beer reviews, killer sports takes, sidebars, and all the fandom you can handle. Welcome to Balls and Brews.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome to Pod 123.
It smells so good.
It did smell good. We've got a good pod for you with a lot of playoff stuff, playoff implications, playoff football, college football. But first, Charlie, what are we sipping on?
Sip Into the Night is what it's called, actually, by our friends at the Fox, just down the street off of Wonder, Reno, Nevada. Drinks it a 6.0, made with sarsaparilla, vanilla, and cold-pressed coffee.
I definitely get the cold press.
The only thing I wish it had a little bit more body. It's a little thin for me on a porter, but it does definitely hit the exact flavors.
I wish I had a little bit more vanilla, which might give it a little bit more of the body that you're wanting. Thicken it up a little bit. I think the vanilla.
I definitely get the cold press and I get the sarsaparilla, but I understand what you're saying.
You know, I'm really searching for the vanilla.
It kind of has some sweetness to it, a little bit of sweetness,
a little bit, but I want more of that. I think that vanilla. If there was like a good amount of vanilla, I think that would thicken it up for you. But I also think it would give it that oomph that it's just kind of missing.
Needs some oomph.
Honestly, I like the flavoring. I think the mouthfeel could be a little better.
I'm
similar.
I take that wholeheartedly.
Oh, it's good. I like it. I'm just saying. I think
no,
if there
I'm
was
going
a
to
little
enjoy
vanilla,
drinking this beer. It's not getting poured out. Good Lord.
Man, oh man. Any new beers? I know I drank a lot of beers. I don't know if any of them were new.
No, yeah, everything that I brought over New Year's was former pod beer. So some of those that strawberry or the wild berry.
I drank fucking
You drink like 4 of those.
Between Saturday, what day was it? Wednesday and Thursday?
Wednesday, Thursday.
Between Wednesday and Thursday, I drank like 5 of those things. I don't know. And then I drank Guinness and seltzers and probably Coors Light.
We had some tasty whiskeys. We definitely
that Willet that we had at my house was really good.
That rye was crazy good. Yes,
yeah,
that was the best whiskey of the day. Playing Ship Captain Crew was hella fun.
We played Ship Captain
but
Crew.
We drank,
but we didn't do shots because we were already.
We did quarter shots. We did every 3 victories.
But every time you lost, you had to take a big drink.
A little drink of your 5%.
And then quarter shots. We did some quarters. I liked. I wanted to revisit the Whistle Pig again. I need to It was a
campfire.
The campfire one. I want to have that one more time.
Yeah.
That one was really good. The first one we had, which was just like a regular
baby,
which was just a regular. The old Granddad. What was the one with the regular name? It was like a simple bottle, but it was like really good. That was the first one we had. It was tasty. Paul something maybe. I don't know. Good drinking, or at least I did.
Yeah, I hope you guys brought in the new year properly
for the holidays and for
and then kind of being over, as it were. Yeah, we're getting into week 18 as we currently record is happening. I won't speak on.
We'll get into that.
There's some future endeavors.
We'll get into that. Let's start with what we started off the weekend with. Number 10 Miami versus number 2 Ohio State on Friday in the Cotton Bowl.
Oh, man.
Miami ends up going 24-14. Who's got the UM stats, or who's got Ohio State?
I got the UM for you.
Trev, what do you got for UM? What do you got for yards and all that good stuff?
So, back 138 passing, not much, but 1 touchdown, no picks, but 19 for 26.
Because he was efficient. Because remember, he started out and he missed his first 2 balls. And I was like, oh, God, he looks bad.
Yeah.
And then he went like 7 for 7 in there.
Yeah, he had to run.
But better showing than he had last week. I know 138 is not a bunch, but better showing than he had last week.
Only 7 incompletions, didn't put the ball in a lot of harm. So, I mean, you play the game in front of you, right? It didn't demand him to throw the ball a hella much.
If you go by QBR, he was a 95-2. If you like,
we're okay with the hell yeah, that's a high QBR.
What about some rushing there, Trev?
So they totaled 153 as a team.
Nice.
But the leader, of course, was Fletcher Jr. with 90, averaging 4.7 a pop. But Brown had 5.2 with that touchdown. But only
that's
5
right.
rushes.
He came on kind of late.
Yeah, he only had 5 rushes in that whole game.
Yeah, Fletcher, man, that's going to be
workhorse.
That's where Ole Miss is going to have to step up and stop.
Yeah, he was popping for most of that game.
I think that the one thing that CJ Daniels having the 5 receptions and leading the receptions is a big thing for them. Being able to rely on somebody other than Tooney, because Tooney's kind of their all-around dude, running, receiving, punt returns.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they're going to need CJ Daniels to have a game against Ole Miss.
I agree.
Yeah, Fletcher Jr. was the only one that had the passing reception.
Yeah.
Touchdown, and as a team, they had it was just 138 yards because that's what that passed for.
Their D line was nasty though. Getting after saying what they have 5 different sacks, dude. You saw Bain shell out. You saw Mesidor shell out. Both first round.
They knew that they were gonna have to be elite in that game, and it just brings up the argument that now happens from last year. We might as well have it within this sidebar.
Well, we might as well sidebar it.
Is 25 days of rest too much?
We got to change. We got to make little changes, make better, like we did last year.
That's almost a full month off, dude. Yep. That's 5-6 days shy of a month. That's crazy.
Just like how we made the changes last year of not having the number 4 seeds or whatever because they're conference winners. This year, the change needs to be no conference championship. That week is your first week of bowl, or that can be a bye. And then you go right into bowl season where this game is happening like 3 fucking weeks ago.
Yeah, from the end of the regular season,
we should be right in the playoffs.
There should be no more than like 10 days off between everything.
Yeah, like if you're ending on the one Saturday, either we're going the next Saturday to start this, like your games that happened last week.
Right.
So the Indianas and everybody would have had only 1 week off.
Right.
Not 25 days.
They do it in the NFL all the fucking time. You can do this.
It can be done.
It can be done. At this stage of the season, when you know the matchups, you know the bowls they're going to, get them there, get the games going.
Well, we have for Ohio State numbers real quick, Charlie, while we're here on this game.
Sure. Ohio State really got decimated, dude. The final score was 24-14 Miami, right? And OSU wasn't really in this game ever. They were behind and never came close to catching up. Like Miami did enough as that defense was amazing. But okay, OSU stats.
It got to 14-7. The Miami kicked that field goal, went 17-7,
right.
gave them breathing room, and then Ohio State scored, and then Miami
scored again. So Sayin didn't have a bad game through the air. 22. Well, he had 2 picks.
That was bad.
Yeah, 287, 22 of 35. The game script went to where he had to go get a throw-in because they couldn't do much on the ground. Total, Sayin was sacked a bunch of times, so he tallied a minus 42 overall, which kills the rushing.
But you had 86 yards, I guess, without him getting sacked.
If you're looking at Bo Jackson and C.J. Donaldson were relatively effective, but they got away from running because
I didn't. So I want to comment on that. You're looking at that, right?
Okay.
And you see Bo Jackson at 5.50, and you see the other dude at 4.4.
Right.
Why in the fuck aren't you running the ball more? You were never down that far until the fourth quarter to not have more yards running the football.
That's very true. And it takes pressure off your quarterback when that happens too, right?
When he's getting his ass handed to him?
Yeah. When he's dropping back and getting sacked. Yeah. You got to stick and condition the run. That's the whole thing, man.
So this is another thing I thought was weird in this game, and it kind of comes to this right here. Why all of a sudden, I know Hartline is going to South Florida, but why, if he's still on the staff, why did you take play calling away from him, and why did you do the play calling for the first time all year, as in the coach for Ohio State? Day. Why did Ryan Day take play calling away from Hartline and call in the most important game they were playing of the year? All of a sudden, now he is calling the plays.
That's a really dumb adjustment to make.
Then running the football. Yeah. Why were you? Because it's his first time play calling. He wasn't in the. It's not. We talk about play calling on this pod probably more than anybody, or I do. It's not. It's not.
Awareness is appreciated.
It's not just like you just random call random plays. It's you have to have motion to what you're doing. Kyle Shanahan, one of the greatest. Chuck has got a good one. Dude, you can tell when you're doing stuff to make other stuff work.
The biggest difference between last year and this year, well, other than obviously Geno Smith and Sam Darnold, is that our offense had an identity. With Ryan Grubb, he came in and tried to do basically that. Like, he just had a bag of plays that didn't really connect to each other, that didn't identify the team to this is the end game and this is how we want to get there with these setup plays and blah, blah, blah. And it just didn't work. And thank God they identified that. We had the 1 year. We got in Kubiak, who identifies the system. Obviously, that Kubiak tree works out very well for what we like to do. And we'll see how far it takes us between that and an absolute elite defense. And I'll come off the Hawks for now because I'll gush later.
But the play calling situation, so I don't understand why you do it. For me, that's a miss on Ryan Day.
Yeah, no, is it some sort of pride factor or
I don't
something?
know.
What is that?
I don't know.
If it's clicking, it'd be one thing if he was like
and it wasn't like
getting it
Hartline
out
left.
the mud.
Hartline wasn't, and
Yeah,
Hartline even came out and said, "I am focused on Ohio State's title."
Did he get
right
hired
now.
elsewhere?
Yeah, he's a South Florida coach.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right.
So he even came out and said, "I am more worried about the Ohio State national title run than I am right now about the South Florida. I have people down there trying to take care of that stuff now." So if he's worried not, then why take the play calling away in the most important game you have the whole year? On me, that's a loss on Ryan Day. I think this is a game. I think this game's a loss on Ryan Day. I know last year he just got a title. I don't think he play called very well, and I don't think he got his team ready. Anything else to finish out this game?
No, I think that's a good wrap.
Let's go to Oregon. First game on Saturday. This
fucking donut, Tech.
Yeah.
You got a big old fat 0 goose egg.
23-0. Oregon kind of dominated.
Dude, 23 nut. Get out of here.
Texas Tech's defensive line was all it was made out to be.
Dude, they're the only reation why it was 23-0. It could have been way worse.
Their first half, they put on a show. How many sacks did they have, Texas Tech?
Let's see. 2. It was just 2.
So a lot of pressure then is basically what it must have come down to.
9 tackles for a loss, but they had
9 TFLs. Okay, so they were swinging the ball basically is what that means. They were trying to set up plays behind the line of scrimmage and they were blowing them up. That's what that means.
But it did seem like they were in the court. They were in Moore's face at least the whole
They were in
first
his
half.
lap the whole fucking day.
Other than that, you had your quarterback, Morton, absolute shit show.
He was
picks.
awful. He was so painful to watch.
And I don't know why he couldn't get the ball downfield.
TBR.
I don't know why he couldn't get the ball
2
downfield. I don't know if that's more on him or
They were
Oregon's
top
defense.
5 in yards and scoring all season and laid an egg. A 0, a goose egg, nothing, not that worst outcome possible.
Yeah.
This is it. You didn't even score a point. You didn't even show up. Technically, if you wouldn't have gotten off the bus, you would have kept the same score on the board.
Brandon Finney,
sucks, dude.
True freshman, 2 picks, 1 fumble recovery for Oregon playing the cornerback position.
He was impressive, dude.
Better be ready to hear his name in 3 years in the draft. He is elite. He's only a true freshman, so he's got to play 2 more years. He is elite at that position. And making big tackles, he came up and put a stick on a halfback too. So not much to talk about here. Oregon dominated the whole game. Texas Tech thought that the 25 game was going to help him because then Morton was coming back off of a foot injury. Well, he looked like fucking shit. Like he looked awful. Their whole offense looked awful. That's part of that's got to be on the coaching staff not being prepared, man.
Yeah, I didn't know Oregon's defense was that good as well as that Elongale or whatever the hell he was. He was a monster for them on their D-line. He forced a couple of fumbles and had some serious pressure.
He's the one that took the ball right out of Morton's hand,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, he got that strip sack. Yeah, exactly. So, shout out to it wasn't just that Texas Tech it was because Oregon was playing very, very stout defense. And
you know what it looked like?
They show up like that next round, it could be a problem.
It almost looked like last year's Ohio State-Oregon game where Oregon's offense just couldn't get anything going.
Oh, my God.
That's what Texas Tech offense looked. You throw a screen pass, the guy would get tackled. You weren't getting anything.
Somebody's
to move
blowing a block. You're 3 yards back. It's second and 13. You're behind the chains.
Penalty. Who had the stupid penalty with the jumping? Was it Texas Tech jumping off sides on defense at one point when you kind of had a shot on a punt? Just stupid shit like that all game long for them.
Yeah, there was that one punt that gave him the first down.
That's
where
right.
The guy jumped.
Tech was bad, dude.
Tech
was bad.
That was a hard watch.
Stupid penalty. It was.
That was a hard watch.
And that 25 days, man. I know that's a long time, and you're gonna hear about it all pod, but it's a BS. We shouldn't be waiting this long.
So your next game up is the Battle of the Reds, with an absolute shellacking from your boy,
Fernando Mendoza. Oh yeah, you're my guy. Raiders get number 1 pick. Draft number 15. Absolutely just put the Indiana's defensive line completely destroyed Alabama's offensive line.
Dude, they were complete in all phases of the game. They looked tight. They looked like the superior, better team. I've never seen an Alabama team within the last 15 years look as shell-shocked as they did in that game.
23 yards rushing for Alabama.
What?
23 yards rushing.
What?
Dude, that Indiana defense is no fucking joke.
That's hard to hear.
And they're missing one of their big edge rushers because during the celebration after they beat Ohio State, he got hurt.
Yeah, and he was actually replacing another defensive lineman that they had. So they were down at least 2 of their starters.
Fernando goes 14 for 16, only has 2 incompletions, 3 touchdowns, and 192 yards. You can't, dude, that's 14 for 16 against a Bama team, only 2 incompletions.
Yeah. You balled so hard your little brother got to come in the game. That's your reward.
And he had 8 rushes for 16 yards, too, so he showed a little bit of mobility.
Meaning that he's
because
going
some of them
forward.
were sacks. Well, some of them were sacks,
sure,
too. Because that's the shit. College football, you got to go pro style with that stat.
And take away the sack yards on, like, rushing yards?
Yeah, it's just a negative total yard. It's not like a negative rushing yard. It makes, like, your rushing look like it's I don't know.
No, I agree with you because you're not actually rushing the ball. You could be looking to pass the
You're
whole
dropping
time.
back,
right.
exactly. You're literally going 7-8 yards back. Yeah,
I think Fernando's
skews
closer
the numbers
because it doesn't give you because it doesn't tell you when you look at pro numbers. It tells you how many times they get sacked. It doesn't tell you that in college. So Fernando, I think, was closer to like 6 rushes or to 5 or 6 rushes with maybe a couple sacks, and has a bigger number. But you get the black kid goes for 99.
He extended some fucking plays. He looked like the dude. When they were in like 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, and they were collapsing pocket, he would step up and he'd wiggle around and he'd get that yard. Like, he was impressive. He's the Heisman winner for a reason, and he's going to be the number 1 overall pick.
Hopefully.
Dude, I will laugh so hard. I mean, I would laugh through the end of the month, bro. Like,
it would make no sense.
It may would have to come around before I'd stop laughing after that one, bro.
Two-headed monster running back. Black has 15 carries for 99. Hemby has 18 carries for 89, and both have a tutty. So Indiana just fucking.
Oh yeah, no, they were right. Yeah,
the line of scrimmage.
3 sacks, 6 tackles.
Ty
for loss.
Simpson ended up getting hurt in this game, like
Dude,
midway through the 3rd.
Shot.
Yeah, he got whack-a-mole for sure.
Dude, him and Gunnar Stockton. Gunnar Stockton took a shot in the next game though. Oh my god, I don't know.
Dude. That was an old school style.
But what we need to be watching out now from Ty is he going or coming back? Because now he's done. So now he has to make his announcement pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. Whether he's transferring, whether he's staying, or whether he's going to the draft.
He's linking up in the draft deals.
I don't know why you transfer, but he could.
Yeah, transferring out of Bama doesn't sound like a good move.
But do you know if the kid behind you, the kid that we saw, is he like
gonna come up next year? Or
is he better than you? Like,
well, see, that's
you know if the kid behind you's better.
That's
than you.
pussified right there, though, where the guys are transferring instead of trying to beat other kids.
But
what do you think happens when you get to the NFL? You get to fucking transfer to another team?
He's just trying to help his draft stock, Charlie. I'm not.
I guess go where you can play, especially as a quarterback, because there's only 1 per team. You really only want 1 guy out there ever at QB.
Any other thoughts on this game?
No, dude. Alabama, fuck Kalen DeBoer. I'm
get a run
figure
game
it out, dude. Yeah, which 23 total yards.
Looks like maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I expected IU. We all chose IU to win this game, but I didn't think it was going to be this.
Dude, they're really. I
Complete,
think Indiana
is the word.
I think Indiana is the most complete. As we've got one more game to talk about. After watching both games, Indiana seems to be the most complete team.
Luckily, the nightcap was, in fact, the most
exciting
entertaining
as all
sure.
get out.
Yeah.
Ole Miss versus Georgia, 39-34.
Should have been 37-34. That weird safety thing, and then all of the last seconds of them taking the float on 3 different times. They had to take the float off 3 different times,
That
dude.
was so stupid.
So crazy. The end of that game was just shenanigans, dude. I'm calling shenanigans.
I'll start with Ole Miss with the winners. Trinidad Chambliss numbers are off the hook. 30 for 46, 362, 2 tutties. Kid also goes 4 for 14. Also, like, how many is that sacks? I don't know if he's much. He kind of runs here and there. Lacey, their running back, went for 98 yards.
He was moving people.
They have 2 receivers. Wallace and Stripling for 156 and 122 in yards.
Yeah.
Ole Miss just puts on a fucking show offensively.
It's always a good sign when your quarterback's using your receivers. When receivers have the main yardage, that's when you know. Like, don't get me wrong, tight ends are fucking great and running backs are great too. But when your receivers lead the yardage room,
I think it depends on who your tight end is.
Oh yeah, Trey McBride is on an absolute fucking
if
tear.
you have him and like Bowers or some of these other guys,
Bowers
like even
is a
the
monster too.
Sadiq.
Yeah, coming out of Oregon. Yeah.
When you have dudes like that, I think sometimes they can lead in that kind of stuff because they're matchup style.
Well, that's what Kyle Pitts got drafted to be at 4th overall. They thought that he was going to be that.
Fucking Falcons.
Well, Penix blowing his knee out again obviously didn't help their trajectory. Kurt played pretty well. He got him on a 4-game win streak to end the season.
We'll get in the Falcons later.
Yeah, because I think they're going to keep him again. I think they're going to keep him again.
Can't wait.
Anyway.
Can't wait.
But Champ was looking like Johnny Football out there.
That's a pretty good, a little bit bigger, but yeah, that's not a bad comparison on the game itself.
So he's in that 6'1", 200
yeah, we looked it up.
Range.
He's 6'2", 200.
No, it's at 6'1", 200. So he's at that, like, is he tall enough? Is he big enough kind of guy?
Yes, he's fine.
He's also putting in for...
He's also not in an NFL program.
Well,
they will thicken him up.
Well, thickening it up's not... It's the height. We're going to have to start looking at
6'1's fine. 6'1's fine.
We'll start looking at
5'10" isn't.
We'll start looking at these other stats. But I think Trinidad plays great. He's also going for his 6 year of eligibility. They're still waiting to hear about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Simmons did enter the transfer portal,
yes,
though.
that is also true as well.
You got Georgia stats team on by chance?
I can switch over real quick. So Gunnar Stockton, 18 for 31, 203.
Played his fucking heart out, dude.
Touchdown, no pick.
What do you think of him as a quarterback?
Well,
I never thought he's a quarterback.
I didn't think much of him until last night, but as far as like, he doesn't pass the eye test as far as like his size and arm strength and everything, but scrappy.
He's bigger than Trinidad.
And he didn't play bigger than Trinidad. He didn't
he said his size.
He didn't throw the ball down the field as well at all. And like you said earlier in a little foreshadowing, he got fucking depleted.
Well,
one of the nastiest hits I've ever seen.
I've never thought of him as like a drop, like as a.
He's a college quarterback, not a pro quarterback. I understand
like
where
the way
you're getting
he looks,
at.
like he just doesn't.
He gets scared.
He doesn't.
Quick.
Well, he doesn't look like. He doesn't look like even more Dante
his
or like
his escapability and his ability to move the pocket was actually very good against Ole Miss. Like, I know he lost the game, but he didn't look terrible. Like, that game was mismanaged by Kirby Smart come the end of it. Like,
yeah, they went for a weird fourth down
on their side of the ball. Like, they did that. They got away with it once and then fucked it off the second time, and then immediately 2 plays later, Ole Miss got the touchdown and broke it over into a 2-score game.
The kid I was impressed with was that Zachariah Branch.
Oh, dude, everywhere.
8 for 67 with a touchdown. Just a smaller guy. I don't know what year he is. Let me click on him. I don't know what year he is. He's a junior, so he could come out. I wonder where he's ranked. He didn't seem. What'd you think? What'd you guys think of him? I thought he was. It says he's 5'10", $180. That's like, I don't know. He did seem very
Receivers
small.
Receivers are different. It depends. Like, his skill set, dude. His footwork was great. His route running was good. Like, you can get away with that profile as a receiver. You just can't you're not taking a lot of in cuts over the middle a whole lot in the NFL, I wouldn't imagine. Like, but there's things you can do.
Is this where are we at with Georgia after this game?
I think Tyreek Hill's like 5'9", $165.
Yeah, but he's way faster than a lot of people.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, size isn't always everything with other attributes.
But when you're way faster.
When you're the cheetah, yeah, he is fucking legit fast.
Because then, like, Worthy we thought was going to be, and we haven't. I don't know. So it's kind of the small guys.
Well, he's been banged up. Maybe that's because he's slight.
What do you guys think of Georgia while we're here?
I think Georgia's Georgia, and I don't think they.
Are we at the precipice of Georgia?
I think Kirby Smart called a shit game towards the end of this game, and it cost his team. I don't know if that's just going to be Kirby Smart moving forward. I don't know if he's smelling his own vapors too much, if he's too high on his own supply. because, he's been the dude recently, winning championships, and Georgia's been super relevant, and like...
Well, I don't know. I think this is one of their younger teams, and also, like, Gunnar Stockton, he's not a guy that's going to, like, propel that program. He's a guy that can manage, I think, just fine, but...
So what? Then we got to make Georgia appealing, right? How do we get a transfer?
The all-powerful SEC, 1 for 5. Big
old
Big
dog
Ten,
shit skis.
2 for 3.
They've been
yes. The Big Ten
been better.
Big Ten didn't only got 3 teams in, but has 2 teams in still.
Well, yeah, Ohio State was, and they were the favored. Miami, dude, good job, bro.
But Ole Miss,
that was a fucking
Ole Miss.
game.
Let's might as well talk about the game I'm gonna fucking be at.
Oh.
Miami versus Ole Miss in the Fiesta.
This.
We're going with Johnny and Joey down there. Me and Josh.
Shout out to you 2x4. I fucking love this.
It's gonna be insane. Fiesta Bowl never been to something that big. Watching Miami play with those guys and that
it's gonna be bonkers.
It's gonna be epic.
Yeah,
I think crazy. Miami's defensive line is gonna need to find a little bit of endurance in this game because they're gonna have to be the ones that win this game. They're gonna have to stop Trinidad. Because if he goes off like he did against Georgia,
you're going to have to stop those receivers.
I'm not sure if
stop those receivers.
I'm not sure if Miami can keep up offensively.
They're not going to win a 39-34 game. No,
Correct.
They need to win the 17-14 game.
Even 27-24.
27 is a tall ask for Miami, I think.
Well, they gave up a lot of points to a Georgia team just now. I think that Ole Miss's defense, if Miami can get that Fletcher running, I think that then you start opening up the pass game. I think Beck might be. I don't know if Beck's. I think Beck's a better thrower. I hope Miami wins.
For everybody, I know. For everybody's sake and for the Ferendorfs and just because why the fuck not? I got no skin in the game. It would be awesome. It would be, that'd be a sports memory that you ain't gonna forget.
Because I just want it to be for me personally. I just want it to be an epic game.
Sure. Yeah, you just want the oohs and the ahs.
But Bain and Mesidor are going to have to control Trinidad because if they don't, dude,
they're going to have to do exactly what they did against Sand.
Because I think Beck is a better thrower of the football than Gunnar Stockton. In the fact that he can throw the ball down the field. So if you're going to give up that many points to a Georgia team. He's not afraid
to pull it down the middle of the field.
Right. If you're going to give up that many points to a Georgia team, I think Miami's offense is better than that Georgia offense, honestly.
But Trinidad's more elusive
than what they saw, too.
Oh, for sure.
As far as we were talking about.
No, Sayan's more of a pocket guy, for sure.
He's a true freshman, too. Give the kid that's pretty impressive for what he did this year. But.
No, he's got to come back. No, he has more than enough time to rewrite his history.
Give me your pick of this game before we go to the next game. Ole Miss, Miami.
Oh, Miami. UM, baby. It's all about the U.
Trev,
it's all about
who are you thinking?
All right. Might as well.
Yeah, why not? Miami, sure.
Oh, we're going to put all the juju out there. We got to put the good juju out there. What's the matter? Yeah, fuck it.
And that's on Thursday, 1-8.
Although, Trinidad Chambliss, dude, that kid has been...
Dude, he's elite.
He's been coming up, bro. He's been having a hell of a last couple of months.
I still want Fernando.
Fernando.
Friday, 1-9 is the next game. Oregon, Indiana. This could shape out to be a real fucking... Dude, this could shape out to be one of those
Oregon's playing well.
ESPN classic.
Yes,
games, man.
I hate to say it. The Ducks are playing good football right now, dude.
Indiana got them the first time. There was bad weather.
Yeah, it was close though, wasn't it? It was within 2 points or some shit.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it 17-14 or was it?
I thought it was 19-21 or some shit like that. It was a weird score, but either way, it was 2 points. Yeah.
30-20.
30-20.
Sorry, thank you.
It was tight, but they got after Dante is what happened. Dante didn't have a lot of time to throw the ball again. So Oregon's offense is going to have to be – Oregon's defense is going to either have to stop Fernando or Oregon's offense is going to –
Big Ten rematch. God damn it.
I don't know.
Yeah, the Pac-12 is coming back next year, and it's not
like
the Pac is coming. They're calling it the Pacific Conference.
They're
bringing back.
Call it if you want. It ain't good.
It's not gonna be. I know. That's the problem.
I didn't even put one of those teams in my fucking.
No, not even close, dude. No, those are all fucking middle of the road.
Trev, what do you think on this game?
I mean, even when we did the picks at the beginning of the playoff, I still like Indiana. We talked about it. I think they're the most complete team. Oregon's not that far, so it should be a good fight. I think it'll be better than the first time around, but I still see Indiana coming out on top.
if it's not the way Oregon wins this game is with those crazy break games, right? A weird turnover, just one or two weird calls, something weird, a missed field goal that you didn't think would affect you or something like that. That's how Oregon gets this game. But IU is who I'm putting my money on to actually win the game because of the completeness of the team and their ability to do it on offense, do it on defense, do it on special teams. And they are going to produce the better unit, but I think that Oregon can win this game. It's not like such a clear,
I do too.
pick.
I think that you get the one big pass play, you get something weird happens.
Football. That ball is shaped oddly.
Oregon's doing it, but I think my guy is going to pull off the Heisman, the national title, and the number one pick.
He's going to triple crown it, huh?
Triple crown.
I do think Indiana's set to now start making themselves known. If Kurt Cignetti stays in Indiana,
I honestly think it's one of those years.
Indiana's going to be very good from here on out.
I think it's one of those years where the Raiders should just come out kind of the way the Bears did and just say, we're drafting Caleb Williams. You should just be like, we're drafting Mendoza. Like, you do whatever you want from 2 on to 32. We could give a fuck less. We're not picking up the phone. I think we're taking Mendoza, and that's what we're working with.
And I've been on it for a couple weeks now. I've been saying Fernando's the best quarterback for probably about midway through this year. I don't even now watching Dante again. I still think Dante Moore might be more quicker on his feet, maybe a better runner. Fernando's a better quarterback. The way Fernando throws the ball, Dante might have a little bit better of an arm. Fernando makes every throw on the field and he dimes
towards a big body too.
6'5", about 225, dude, and he is going to get a little bit bigger.
He's what you want in the NFL.
Yeah. And the way he talks to, dude, I know, dude, he's all about, I love the prep. You want the guys that love the prep.
The victory's in the prep.
That's what he said.
1,000%.
That's exactly what he said.
Victory's in the preparation.
Are we all taking Indiana?
Yeah.
So we're basically smashed to Indiana.
So fuck Oregon.
Yeah. Spoken like a true Washington fan.
Brother, it is a deep-seated hate.
Since we were talking about...
I did get a point for Oregon winning, though. I did call that matchup.
I just thought...
How could you?
Oh, well. We'll get into that later. Texas Tech fucking did not.
Bad.
That was one of the
bad.
That was the biggest disappointment of the weekend.
Agreed.
Of the way that Texas Tech played. I thought so much more of that game.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about the Raiders taking Fernando, so let's get into what we think is going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow they call it Black Monday, where coaches get fired.
We are recording on the Sunday of the 18th week of the NFL.
I obviously think, and I'm going to maybe touch on it. My fandom. I got one more good, not a bad rant, but I got a little bit thing. My fandom
right down the middle. It's a 50-50 rant.
Raiders need to fire. My first name coming off the board is Raiders need to fire Pete Carroll.
Yeah,
agreement.
You don't go 2-15 and get brought back. Like Hugh Jackson, for some reason, went 0-16 and got brought back by the Browns for another. He started off 0-9 the following year too, or some shit, right?
The only
unbelievable
way they bring him back is because they get tied with that money. The Raiders have been spending money and more
on
money
coaches.
on coaches.
That's true too. They fired literally every coach.
With Tom Brady coming on, we got another investor. So it's not all Mark Davis's money now. So there's more money now.
That's what they need because they are strapped. So that's why this becomes an actual decision where it shouldn't be.
I'll talk about it more in my fandom, who I want, what's going on. But next coach. I think Mike McDaniel saved his job, guys. I really do. I really think he saved it. Do you, Chuck, Mike McDaniel, yes or no?
Well, here, okay.
Come on, Chuck, give it to him.
I think here's the difference. Am I putting on my GM hat? Or am I speaking from Miami's GM, what I think Miami's actually
Miami's GM is gone. It's Miami's owner.
Oh, okay.
What do you think they're going to do?
Yes, I think they're going to keep him. I would dump him. I think they're at that point where you've seen what he does, what he brings, the team that he has. When you get the best Mike McDaniels, he's an upper playoff coach.
Amazing offensive coordinator.
Stupid good on that side of the ball. He doesn't lead men. We've talked about this. He's not a motivator of men.
They did kind of come on strong, but they always do that. They always, I think, did you say it or did you say it? They always have that weird little run where they win games.
They do. Yeah, they always have that towards the end of the year. Miami picks up 3 or 4, and they get 7 or 8 total wins. But what the fuck good is that in the NFL? You either need to be supremely good or supremely bad. You either got to go and tear it down and rebuild and try again, or be towards the top competing for Super Bowls. If you're getting in that 500 road, yes. Ugh, it's the worst place to be. Yes, they've been to the playoffs. They haven't won a playoff game in 7 years. 7 fucking years, dude.
Well, let's say I'm Mike McDaniel for right now.
And they've
Trev,
been in every one. That's the thing. They're not missing the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. Sorry. Anyway.
I'm on the other side. I give him at least one more season. I don't know how many years is on his contract.
I don't care. I'm dumping that.
But you got rid of your GM. It really depends because I like hiring a GM and having him pick the coach to match and marry. But
match and marry.
I mean, pretty much that's what it is. But I don't know.
I think
there's a good side and a bad side to him, and I don't know if I throw it all on him. I think he did a lot with Tua when he first got there.
I think he's an amazing offensive coordinator. I think here's my call. I think they dump him, and I think that they go complete switch and either go Minter or Saul at coach, complete defensive guy, trying to bring your I'm not saying I like it either, but I think that when you see some of this stuff happen, you want to bring in that opposite person, and I think that if they dump him, they go opposite. But I don't think they dump him. I don't think they do. I think he saves his job.
Which, yeah, exactly. Real life, I think he does too. My life, I'm past that.
And I want him as my offensive coordinator, but that's
come on, Mendoza.
We talked about one right now. I want to kind of get to it. Is the loser of the NFC North
with you,
coach fired tonight or tomorrow? Tonight's game between the Steelers and Ravens.
AFC. I was like, NFC North, nobody in there is going to get fired.
Is the loser of the AFC North, the Tomlin or Harbaugh? Does either of them...
Think of it. No way, dude. Dan Campbell's not going anywhere. LaFleur's fine. Ben Johnson just got there.
North. I meant AFC North.
No, right. No, I thought he was referring to the
I was referring to the
AFC as well.
NFC
North. Who else? Nobody would get fired in that conference.
Yeah, so AFC North. Loser of that game tonight. Is that a fireable? Are you fired there?
No, it's Harbaugh and Tomlin.
Yeah, you look at the coaches in the organizations. I don't think it's that likely. I know there's been rumblings the last couple of years for the Steelers. I just really have a hard time seeing that family firing Tomlin. And if the Ravens go down, I don't know. That one might be a little bit more likely.
That one you can at least put on the idea that Lamar played most of that fucking season at 70%.
No, I don't think. I think that the Steelers should move on for Tomlin. I don't think the Ravens should move on.
I think the Steelers are old as fucking dirt, and they just.
Well, I think you need to.
They need to just shuffle a lot of cards.
Well, I think
that's. I think
that's almost a complete reset for the Steelers. Get rid of Tomlin. But you don't have a. If you lose tonight, you're not. I mean, even if you get in the playoffs,
you're not wrong though. That's not the organization that does things like that. They don't do teardowns. They don't do full teardowns. They haven't in our entire lifetime.
And. Really, I mean, this would be the first bad season for Harbaugh. This would be the first season that Mike Tomlin hasn't made the playoffs in a while. And we talk about the mushy middle,
but you hear both rumblings coming out. Like, is Lamar and Harbaugh on the same page? Is Lamar?
And I think we heard it even a little bit more because.
Who are you going to bring in that's more Baltimore than John Harbaugh?
Hey, I'm just asking.
Sorry,
the question.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
You hear the rumblings. I'm just asking the questions. I think Mike Tomlin. I think Mike Tomlin would. I would be if I'm the Steelers. That would be the one I look at more. You're just in the same spot all the time. When have you had a good offensive line? When have you had a good offense that's not been just saved by the defense all the time, and not just saved, but these.
And they weren't saved this year, even though they spent all that money on that defense.
And the defense. Yeah, and it's not good. All those cornerbacks are wasted.
And you don't have a plan behind Aaron Rodgers. Even if he limps you into the playoffs and you get one win this season.
He's the only reason that you're
relatively competitive.
He's on this board.
I know. And
he's the only reason that you're in your spot.
He's in my 18th overall spot. He's right there in the middle of the pack, dude. He's been playing decent enough fucking football.
Correct. Next one, Raheem Morris.
Oh, he absolutely saved his job. By closing out the season the way he did, for sure.
You've had 3 losing seasons in a row. Since he was hired, he hasn't. I mean, I guess technically you could say it's a winning season, but they haven't been to the playoffs.
Right.
It's not winning. You're 8-9.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
but they ended the game the season on a 5-game win streak.
But
overall,
is that the same thing as Mike McDaniel though?
You have more losses in your
Well, we might as well talk about the last two coaches in the North, Zach Taylor and Kevin Stefanski. Let's start
On
with
the
Zach
other
Taylor.
side, you want to do a little AFC?
Yeah, well, we were just talking about Tomlin and.
I guess that's
Harbaugh.
true. I would say that the.
So let's finish on these two. These two are maybe a little bit more. Yeah, we haven't cheers yet, Chuck. That was on. Oh, look at Charlie. He fucked up.
I did.
Zach. Let's start with Zach Taylor.
Fuck.
Everybody, up, down. You guys think he's in or not?
Get rid of him.
I
He's
think
had his time.
I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's him. I think that I don't know. Chuck,
I think
are
that
you?
team needs a change.
I think they need a GM.
I
and
would stay
owner
with him.
change.
I would stay with him. I don't think
Nah.
there's another offensive mind that's going to come in that's going to be.
I think Trev
They
throwing.
need a better defense.
I think Trev throwing out Robert Saleh or even Jesse Minter. I think that that's the two coaches you would go to because now you've established that you have a stud quarterback if he stays healthy. You're not trying to develop a quarterback to this point. But I don't know. I'm here on Zach Taylor. I don't know if it's him or not him. Burrow's always hurt. Their fucking GM and the owner are like sucky, so I don't know what to do with Zach Taylor.
Well, it's a good thing you're not the GM of the Bengals.
I don't want to be the GM.
And next up, Stefanski.
Hold on, let's cheers on this since you already took
Since
a
I've
sip.
already sampled.
Cheers,
Yeah,
boys.
Pre-sample.
Cheers,
Love
boys.
you guys. Love you guys at home as well.
Smells
Thank you
delicious.
for being
This
here.
is the new little thing IPA Citra.
They list it as a hazy. Chico,
Look at
California, 7.5.
Not as good as a peach, but I do like it.
Well, and with the idea of the Citra forward, you definitely get that.
Yep, total Citra forward. I do like that it's not a juicy hazy, but it is a hazy.
Sure. I agree.
And it's still not my
As
favorite.
described.
Not going to be close. That peach is still one of my favorite beers.
It's pretty fucking good.
It's so hard. Like, that is such a
pretty
good beer to bring. All right, Kevin Stefanski. I don't love the way, and I know he kind of got dropped into it. I don't love the way he handled the Shador stuff, and I don't necessarily love his offense. I think he's such a dink and dunk, and that's why he wanted Dylan Gabriel, and he didn't want Shador because he doesn't really love the quarterback that drives the ball down the field. When him and Baker were thriving, they were driving it, and then all of a sudden they were dinking and dunking.
Thriving and driving.
And I even see with Deshaun Watson a lot. So much dink and dunk, and I don't know if that's Stefanski and that's the play calling. He's given up the play calling twice, too, which we talked about it. Once you give it up once, why are you doing it again?
Well, he's supposed to be the quarterback guy, right? And he didn't develop a single quarterback this year.
And I don't love the way he handled it. I know the owner drafted Shador. I thought that he handled the Shador stuff not
Well,
good.
if Stefanski's guy was Gabriel, he didn't ride that pony very far either.
Because he wasn't as... I don't know how you took Gabriel in the third round, for one. That's a fucking...
I mean, the Cleveland Browns have mishandled that position for so long.
for Alva.
Deshaun.
For Alva.
Mayfield, like every time,
Tim Couch.
That was
Stefanski gets credit for getting Coach of the Year because the Browns
Johnny
were-
Manziel.
had that
Brandon
year,
Weeden.
But Flacco.
but everything else has not been good.
I think he's done. I'd can him. I'm out on Stefanski, and I don't want Stefanski to be my coach.
Two-time Coach of the Year. You think that he's the problem?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a team where I feel like the GM has been good lately. Like, and the coach is not.
You're going to have the
Lived up
defensive.
to it.
I
You
feel
have
like
the,
they had a good draft this year,
You're
and they're
gonna-
going into this upcoming season with a lot of equity.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to have the
And you
defensive
gotta
player
do
of the
more
year.
with that.
You're going to have the defensive player of the year and the defensive rookie of the year.
And you have the sack leader in the NFL.
Yeah, that's what's
after
gonna get
today.
Garrett, for sure. Cheers to that.
Cheers,
to
Myles
you,
Garrett.
Myles Garrett. That's a record, yeah, baby. That'll never. Well, that can get changed, but it won't soon.
But I don't know. I think he's done. I think he's done.
Okay, next up.
Raheem Morris and the Atlanta Falcons. Trev, let's start with you on this one.
He's got a losing record as the head coach of Atlanta.
He's been there 3 years.
3 years.
Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix, now a mix of both.
Yes. So I mean, yeah, it's 4-7, 8-9, 8-9. You're 20-25 in Atlanta as the head coach, and I liked that hire initially. I thought
Me
that
too.
could be good. It hasn't really shown that it's what they need. There still feels like they're missing something. That team has talent. And yes, you lost your quarterback, but other teams are doing more, I feel like, with the same or similar rosters.
Charlie?
I like the way he ended the season. I think that they finally started unlocking Kyle Pitts. Drake London was hurt for a good amount. They didn't really have receivers. I think he is a usable and above serviceable head coach, and I think for that reason he's not going to get fired. I think the juice at the end of this year, it's the way that McDaniel saved his job in Miami too. He had just enough juice at the end of the year because there was so much smoke, the first 2 months of the year, right?
So you think McDaniels is also safe? I know we're not quite
Unfortunately,
there.
yes. Yeah, no, we already talked about McDaniels.
I went back and forth.
I personally would dump McDaniels, but I think he's safe. And I think Morris is too. I don't think Arthur Blank is the kind of GM or the kind of owner who's going to fire a guy like Raheem Morris, especially when he sees a 5-game win streak.
My feeling on both of them is they're both on the precipice.
I think they're kind of similar.
And it's kind of, if they don't get fired this year, the next year's seat is
incredibly I'm not saying that it shouldn't be hot, but
it's incredibly hot.
Right, you're
you're looking at like that. Maybe if you suck in the first 6 games, you're done there.
McDaniel does have a winning record as Miami's coach.
Oh, I know. I understand. He's been to the playoffs.
It's close, but he's got the edge as far as victories
they got a home. They didn't win the AFC. No, they got the top wild card that one year. They didn't win the AFC East because it was the Bills.
I think Raheem and McDaniels just barely saved their jobs.
I agree.
But I think the next one, Todd Bowles of the Bucks. I think that. What do you think, Charlie? Let's start with you. You had Bucks go in the NFC Championship game.
Because I liked the way that roster was constructed. A lot of injuries ended up hurting them as well, especially at key offensive positions throughout the year. But Bulls, you don't end a season the way that they did, and they won the final game, but still didn't get the playoffs because of that weird tiebreaker. Atlanta winning today gives Carolina the 4th seed. So you miss the tourney after starting 6-2. That's
hard.
Yeah.
Timon, do you think he's safe then?
No. I think you got to start new in Tampa. Yeah.
Where do you go though if you're Tampa?
Same concept we've been talking about with it. You go to the opposite. You try to find some offensive fucking
man,
firepower.
Are you safe or no safe? I don't know.
That one's really tough, but I'm probably leaning towards the unsafe just because of how it ended. I know they got the victory against Carolina, but it amounts to nothing because
all you had to do is win one other game.
You pissed away the rest of those other games so bad.
And I know you lost 2 offense coordinators in a row. I think that's the only thing that maybe saves them is that you've literally lost 2 head coaches in a row, and both of them are going to the playoffs. Yeah. One is the very first head coach to go from a team that has 4 or less wins and have 12 wins the next season in Liam Conan. And Dave Canales has turned in what we had as one of the worst rosters in the NFL 2 years ago, 3 years ago, to now a very, very viable football team.
That super hurts, though, that you had somebody on your staff that is now in the playoffs and you are not, as far as coaching for your team.
It leans on Downey's offense versus defense.
Dude, I'm all about it.
It leans on that argument hard.
I'm never going away from that argument. I will never. And the only way that I argue it, unless it's Vrabel with Mike McDaniels. Or not Mike McDaniels, Vrabel with Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniel, yep.
Like, if you were going to tell me that Saleh was going to be my head coach and Mike McDaniels was going to be an offense coordinator, and that was going to say, I'd be like, fucking in. Right now, sign it up. We're going. We're on the fly.
But
that's not what. But then when is he going to
be the offensive coordinator if Saleh goes to Miami? Obviously,
I'm just saying if you. But if you're going to tell me that's what's going to happen, but then when Mike leaves to go to another job, who's next? It's always if you have the Kyles. And I know that, and I think Chuck's going to have to deal with this in either this year or the coming years. When you lose the offensive coordinator, like you lose Ben, or you lose Shane Steichen, where does the thing tilt? Your defense coordinator your defense head coach is great, like motivating and like great at doing defensive stuff. When you can't get an offensive point in the game of football, you can't win. And we have seen a lot of defense like. Quinn loses Kyle Shanahan. Falcons kind of take a dive. We've seen it for years. If you can go back for years
It's
now.
hard to donut in the NFL, but it does happen.
I mean, the Niners losing Raheem and then Saleh, both of those guys. I mean, dude. And I think, Saleh's going to get into their chance as
Dude,
much
that's
as I
how
want him
you
to
guys
stay.
rode the fucking draft
But
out with
why are
your
you always
compensatory picks
you
for
losing
so
all these
long.
coaches, right? Why are you guys always still winning? Because you have an offensive play caller as your head coach. Let's get to the last couple real
Because
quick.
Shanahan didn't waste his life on the Trey Lance experience and moved right over when he had to. Like,
He's
I
had all
applaud
quarterbacks working
him for that,
system.
and it's crazy to think that he was the least favorite. Like, he got no leash. He busted himself up year one, came back year two, got the starter, fucked up like 4 games and was done. Trey Lance didn't play like shit of football as a starter, dude, and Kyle Shanahan was right about that. Like,
I think Kyle's one of the best coaches.
I just like that.
It just goes against my argument. All it does is prove my arguments more
correct.
and more right.
No, yeah, it doesn't go against it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get to the last 2 real quick, and they're both defensive guys. One's in your guys' division, Jonathan Gannon. I would give him 1 more year. I know that we're going through and we're talking about giving the other guys a year. There's going to be at least 4 or 5 guys. Pete's one of them. I think we'll go back through it in a second. There's going to be 4 guys at least to get fired. Jonathan Gannon, for some reason, I don't watch a lot of Cardinal games. I don't know if he's the problem. Kyler's definitely gone.
Kyler was part of the problem. They also dealt with a lot of injuries.
Dude, and that defense, it fell apart at the end of the year because the whole team fell apart, dude. And it's yes,
But
it could be a coaching job, but you've seen when they stay healthy, they're scrappy and I wouldn't fire Jonathan
And
Gannon.
also,
I think
I
that
think
he's
you
up
gotta
as a
give him-
candidate for sure, obviously, but
I
wouldn't.
When we go back
fire him.
over this, I'm changing 2 of my picks.
Oh, what do you want to bring that up now?
No, let's finish.
No,
we
we
got
gotta
one more
finish.
name.
Just with Jonathan Gannon, though, real quick.
Right,
like,
right.
I mean,
I don't know what to make of him.
It's really tough.
I think he's a good coach.
See,
I think he's a good coach.
his first year gave me Dan Campbell type
Vibes.
where you it seemed like you only won 2 games, but every game you were in.
Absolutely.
This year, I don't know if it's. I think first eject Kyler and then evaluate Jonathan Gannon is my opinion on the
So
whole
you bring him back
situation.
then?
Yes,
Is what you're saying?
yeah. Last one, Aaron Glenn. I would fire this guy. I think he handles the media awfully. I think
put
he should
him
be
on
first.
my hot seat, coaches, and you guys didn't even really at the point think about him. And I just think, dude, okay, they made some potentially good roster moves, as crazy as it sounds, to get rid of Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner to be able to get all that equity and rebuild. But is Aaron Glenn the guy to develop that talent? That is the question you need to ask yourself.
I think he's going to get. I think they're thinking really hard of bringing him back, but
They are.
I think they are.
I think he's one of those coaches that's probably just a better coordinator.
I think, sure. And unfortunately, the Jets are going to find that out in 2 more years when they,
doing Jet things.
Exactly. They will bring him back. They will understand that they weren't competitive and blah, blah, blah. But, he's going to, okay. So, Glenn, you have this draft in front of you with a lot of equity. We'll see what you build. If he can go from 3 wins this year to 8 wins next year, he doesn't even need to make the playoffs
I think they got to get more, though.
I think
it's going to have any chance.
The Jets
of
and the
success.
Browns right now have the 2 drafts where you have 2 first-round
The Jets
picks
are loaded in the draft
for
over
the next,
couple, 3 years.
The Browns
yeah.
this year have a chance. Your defense is set. You need to now focus offense. Okay, so we wrote down Pete Carroll, Mike
Yes.
Tomlin, John Harbaugh, just because there's all the talk, Raheem Morris, Todd Bowles, Aaron Glenn, Jonathan Cannon, Zach Taylor, Kevin Stefanski. Are we missing
Damn,
anybody?
9.
Are we missing
That's
anybody?
So many. That's enough already, dude. Good
Okay,
lord.
who's getting fired? I'm going and I'm changing. Oh, forgot one. Mike McDaniel. I'm changing mine.
Yeah,
I said
fuck, we did a third of the league pretty much.
Pete Carroll done, Raheem Morris done, Mike McDaniel done, Todd Bowles done are my 4. I think, if the Steelers lose, Tomlin is done. I think everybody else skates by. My next maybe is Zach Taylor, Kevin. Yeah, I'm going Kevin Stefanski's done too. So I'm going 5.
I'm going half. Of
I'm
them
going
boys.
5
Half of them.
Shit, man.
with maybe Tomlin being the 6th. There's at least 4 coaches fired every year.
Well, we didn't
We
talk
already
about
fired
the
2. You're right.
in-seasons, right?
We already
Yeah,
fired
yeah.
2. Maybe I'm a little hot.
That is hot, dude. That is hot.
What do you guys got real quick before we finish out?
I believe the ones that are actually Pete Carroll is a fucking no-brainer. I do think McDaniel is going to get the shit canned, though. I think that eventually that's going to get sniffed out. I think Gannon's fine. I think Tomlin's fine. I think Harbaugh's fine.
Todd Bowles, you're out on.
Yes, that's the third one. I think 3 on top of the 2 that are out. That I think Stefanski's fine. Honestly, like I know that it hasn't been his year, but he's proven his capabilities.
Besides Carroll, I think I'm kind of leaning more. I don't know. I could just really see the Cardinals moving on from Gannon for whatever reason.
Because they're a bad organization, and they're not willing to sit it out, even though they're just bad anyway. I could see that. I
think Glenn should be fired.
Didn't you say McDaniel and Raheem Morris were both out?
I said Raheem Morris, I think, is more out than Daniels.
Well, yeah, because he has a negative. Yeah. I was arguing keep him. I think you were on the fire train. You had to have been on the fire train.
I'm firing them all.
Yeah, this motherfucker tearing it down over here.
God, I got such a. I know who I want, and I want a quarterback.
Well, shit. Okay, so that's segment 1, right?
Yep, and we'll come back with we got playoff pictures being basically solidified.
We're gonna get into now NFL.
Yes. Trev's top 10 finale, and then a good old fandom.
Hell yeah!
Welcome back to Balls and Brews. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Still working on that Citra.
It is good beer, man. I really like it.
I think I'm going to make short work of the rest of it, to be fair.
Yeah, it doesn't have long.
Yeah, still nice. And you do get a little... The Citron is not... Honestly, it's a better mouthfeel than the Porter, as crazy as that sounds.
It is. 100% is, Charlie. So, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. We have some big games.
Ladies and germs.
Lots of big... Oh, there was really 3 huge games. There's some seeding games that are still kind of floating. Big game number 1, which actually turned out not to be as big as I thought, because then the Falcons won, and Panthers at Bucks. Winner was supposed to kind of get in, but then needed help, all that kind of good shit. Panthers end up losing 16-14 and still win the North with help from the Falcons. South, thank you, with help from the Falcons, beating the Saints, which LA made them 3-3, and then however else the tiebreakers that worked. But
all 8-9.
What do we got for some stats, Charlie? Let me start with you, since you were a Bucks guy all year.
Yeah, well, I thought Baker Mayfield. He was. I was until I wasn't. Right, like you saw the trend go downhill. But anyway, he threw for 203. Bucky Irving had himself 26 for 85.
Nice when he's in there, huh?
Yeah, Rashad White was 7 for 23, so he was ineffective. Once again, he found K-Dot, and he was the only effective weapon on the passing attack. 7 for 94 and a tud. Everybody else, Mike Evans, 2 catches. Rashad White, 2 catches. Ted Johnson, 1 catch. Bucky Irving, 1 catch. 1-1-1.
But that's because the Panthers got some lockdown corners, too, though. I mean, J.C.
Mike Jackson's
Horn
been playing
stuff.
well, dude.
But, yeah. I mean, K-Dot, and I'm glad he's finally kind of coming on. He needs to be more of a thing there. But, I mean, they won, but they still didn't get in the playoffs. Trev, what do you got, like, Panther-wise?
I mean, some of the numbers that pop out, 19 total rush yards.
What?
Yeah. Rico Dowdle. He had 10. He's averaging 1.4 carry at 7 carries. Hubbard, 5 carries, averaging 2 yards.
Wow.
That's putrid.
You cannot win with the Panthers if you can't run the football.
No.
And Bryce Young has had better games this season, but there's still a lot to.
He needs a running game.
So the Panthers back into the playoffs. Yes, they're going to host.
What the receivers do? Hold on, Charlie. What the receivers do?
McMillan was a bright spot. He had 4 for 85.
There you go, Charlie.
They did have 2 touchdowns. One from Coker and Trimble.
Coker seems like he came on towards the end of the season.
He did. Agreed.
Go ahead, Charlie. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Also had a fumble, too, so that kind of...
That doesn't help.
If you can't run the ball for the Panthers, you are not going to be able to win.
If you can't run the ball, then there's a lot of things wrong with your football team.
Millen had a fumble, and Bryce Young had a fumble. They just turned the ball over.
Sorry, Trey.
How you lose games? No, not at all. I was just gonna say, in the scheme of the playoffs, yes, you got in, you backed in on the 4th seed, so you will host a game, but you're gonna host that game against either the Niners or the Rams.
Most likely the Rams.
Most likely the Rams, who are going to be coming in hungry after losing there like about a month ago-ish, roughly now at this point.
They could be
revenge. They're not going to let that happen again. There's no way they go to Carolina and lose again.
And that's my Super Bowl pick, Rams, so I'm not picking them to lose the rest of the year.
All right.
I'm hoping that they lose probably in the divisional round the very following week.
Is that where you'll get them?
Maybe. It depends.
I love that the NFL reseeds, though. It's not a bracket.
Nope.
Pro sports should not be a bracket. Pro sports should reseed. You have brackets in college football. Pro sports don't have brackets. They should be reseeding. We should not see who you're going to play through the NBA playoffs. That should not happen. You should have a fucking reseeding every time. Top one. Then why get the 1 seed? I could lose and figure out where I'm going to fall in the bracket. Then you play the bracket. Why am I playing for the number 1 pick if I can play the bracket and find the easier way to go in?
Sure. No, that's been an argument. No, don't.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry,
not sorry.
But it ends up not finishing. So Carolina sneaks in. Dave Canales, great job. I think, lot to do in the NFC South with how these teams all finished out. I mean, it's a kind of a weird division. We'll see.
Don't get me wrong. I am pulling hard for the Panthers over whoever the fuck they're playing. Whoever that 5 seed is, for sure.
Good luck.
Let's get to the other games Saturday. Both games on Saturday, which kind of weird. Seahawks at 49ers, 13-3 score. Doesn't really talk about Myers missing, 2 field goals, Charlie?
At least.
Let me start with...
No, at least he did, and then we went for, yeah.
Let me start with Trev. Get a little breakdown of what you thought the game, since you're on the low end, then I'll give you, Chuck, the high end since you were the winner.
Trent Williams out. Pearsall out. Offense, not that good. Purdy needs to be better if the Niners have any chance of winning. McCaffrey gives away an interception.
At the 3-yard line.
At the 3-yard line when they finally were driving. There was also a pick that hit one of my defensive linemen right in the face, pretty much. Just those are missed opportunities that the team can't afford with the health of the team. And they've been scrappy all year, but I think the talent just won out. I feel like it is obvious that Seattle was a better team.
Charlie.
Going into this year, had a friendly wager at 11-6. My dad predicted 12-5, and we end up going 14-3. I can say that factually now. That's bonkers. This is not only a great coaching job, but John Schneider's put together a hell of a team, and we've stayed relatively healthy.
Top 3 GM in the league.
I love that. I can agree with that.
I would say Snead from the Rams and the
Roseman.
And the Roseman. Those are the 3 best.
In there, yeah.
I would say Lynch is pretty close at maybe 5. I mean, you go look. Sorry, Charlie, I didn't mean to cut you off. Start looking at the GMs that are winning. Pretty fucking GMs.
Well, they just, dude, he put together great. His last 3 drafts have been elite. He moved on from Pete when he needed to.
Elite drafts. God.
And I don't mean to interrupt, but I really think this is what Darnold needed going into the playoffs.
1,000%.
Hell yeah, it was.
No,
because the last season,
the big dub.
It's what the 12s needed.
The
it's
naysayers,
it's what would, bro. It would have the whole. Yeah, we're in the playoffs, but would have.
Dude, he played a really, and the field goals your score doesn't. But when you look, he played a good game.
He was tight.
I feel my love for Sammy D always, brother. You're on my quarterback rankings for love. You're 3 probably because you don't get over J.A. But him and Jay are best friends, so they understand my love for both of them. But no, Sammy D, I'm so happy. I was really happy. I'm sorry, Trev. I know it comes a year loss. For my love for Sammy D and stuff, I'm so happy because what happens when same guy with these guys, they get fucking your sometimes franchises fuck you over more than some of these players deserve, and then you get thrown into this tumbler and you can't come back.
It's crazy that San Francisco even was able to get to the point
Correct.
where they were playing for not only the number one seed, but the rights to stay home in California for the next fucking month.
We were talking
been
about him in
crazy.
week, 3 or 4, going, oh my God, you've lost Bosa. Next week you lose
Warner.
Warner.
Then you lose
Purdy's
Purdy.
not playing.
Kittle hasn't been playing.
Yeah.
No, they went through a lot of
And even though this
Turmoil City.
score was close, the game, I didn't
No.
feel like it was.
You had one drive. You had one drive, and
We-
McCaffrey gave it up at the 3. You had one drive.
It seemed like you guys kind of moved the ball a little bit more.
Oh, absolutely.
Which should be
run game.
expect- which
Our
should-
run defense is supposed to be good.
Which should be expected against this defense. That's going to be your downfall this year. Is if you
Since
can't stop anybody,
Sam
you're
Darnold
gonna have
was
to be able to
playing
put up
within the
points.
system, and he extended the plays that he needed to. He didn't put the ball in danger. He got a couple of firsts with his legs. Like
Hell yeah.
he was doing the things that a good quarterback does in the moment. He didn't let it be too big for him. He forced no throws. He took the sacks.
Yep.
And I'm okay with that. We gave you 2 sacks. It was the first multi-sack
Hey.
game you'd had in a while. Yeah. Yeah. So, but you know what? Don't toss some stupid Max Brosmer fucking pick 6
Yeah.
from the 4-yard line. Like, the fuck are you doing? Like, no, we'll eat it and move forward. Like, so I think that Rams game that we lost 21-19, I think he really took that in the idea of like, look, dude, if I can even be middle of the road above average, we're going to win a lot of fucking games.
Super happy. Good job, Charlie, with number 1 seed.
I am.
We'll get in the playoff
I don't
scenarios
even
here in a second.
like. Hold on.
Yeah, you're good.
My excitement hasn't hit its peak yet. I'm still like soaking in the idea. Like,
That's your number one?
yes, it was not supposed to happen. If you look around the preseason polls, as it were, maybe 1 or 2 sports writers had Seattle as winning the West. Nobody saw this.
Yeah, I don't even think Seattle sports writers are doing that.
No, I put down the Rams.
Were the team.
I put down the Rams. You put down the Rams. He put
I did
down
not
the
put
Rams.
the Rams.
He put the Niners.
I put the Niners.
Oh, fuck you.
It's all fandom, though.
Oh, shit.
Toughest conference in the NFL.
Absolutely.
Cardinals are winning that game 20
Oh,
to 16.
let's go. Wow, let's go, Brisket.
Patriots are beating the Dolphins, which would solidify the Patriots' charge at number 2. Broncos are up 13-3, solidifying their number
What,
1.
the numero-
that's
Uno.
done. That's
Should
so
be.
done.
Should be. What, are they playing Trey Lance? Is that who-
Chargers. Yeah,
Yeah. No, I know.
They're resting
Yeah,
a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
guys.
No, I know.
You needed to, dude. That team is so.
Yeah, they are fucked. I
Um,
mean, he's not wrong.
You got any more on your Hawks, real quick?
Well, all I want to say is that I love you boys, and the fact that we're in this situation is fantastic. And I think if we play controlled football and that defense tackles in the open field and we get pressure, we are good. We have a
Just
player,
keep playing like
at
the plan.
least one player at every level, and we have a couple players at a couple of different levels.
I agree.
Like, and if that defense stays tight, we're going to be hard to fucking beat. Hard to beat. I know we'll keep you reported. I'm not going to put too much out there. I love it. 1 seed, let's go. That's factual. I'm not going to get too crazy.
Last game, will you guys preview real quick? I'm going to need to go grab my binder for the QB's Rule of the World here in a second. But Ravens and Steelers is a 5 o'clock game.
Ooh,
We
okay.
did
the
not.
Sunday nighter,
We
yes.
did not want to do
Tonight.
a very late pod. This is a 1 o'clock. It's easier for us as like
Sure,
a group.
1,000%.
That game clinches the North, which is the only spot that's not like done
Spoken
yet.
for now.
Yes,
Yes,
correct.
Every other spot is the teams
The
are
other
in
teams
place.
are in,
It's
yeah.
just there's a couple movements. So you guys
Seeding.
preview that game real quick. I need to grab my binder for quarterbacks rule of the world, and I gotta use this.
Let's go the commode. So, all right. So both teams come in like in opposite directions, as it were. The Ravens, well, they lost their last game and needed the Steelers to lose, and they also lost, so that was helpful. But they won their last game. Lamar went out. Huntley looked good, but Lamar's
Derrick
back.
Henry, dude,
was a
He
monster.
had a monster game.
Yeah. So in this game, no DK for the Steelers, right? Like they're gonna need to lean.
They get
on,
TJ Watt back.
That's huge. That's huge. Especially because Lamar is as close to 100% as he has been all year, is what the reports say, which could be a whole lot of smoke.
Yeah, I mean, the way he looked before, I don't
was
see how
70%
that's
Lamar.
possible.
It was 70% Lamar, dude. Like,
I think he's good enough to play. I would not say he's 100%.
Well, we'll see. We will see.
Like a stretch.
I think that the only way either one of those teams win is by through the running game. Both Pittsburgh needs Warren and
Gainwell.
Yep, Gainwell's been, dude.
They're a nice one too.
They really are. They have been the bright spot of that Steelers defense because also Aaron Rodgers knows how to use running backs. Like if you look at the guys who played under running back for him, they always did pretty well.
But missing DK, which he deserves to be missing these games, like that limits that limits their offense.
That's
so
shit
hard.
list material, brother. That's shit list material.
I wanted to bring that up one more time because Trev's here. Would you put him on shit list over anybody that else is on the shit list right now? For both of you?
I think we have to take Tyreek off. I think he's no longer relevant.
I think we have to wait till see what happens next season.
I mean, I think you got to leave him on. You can't get a pass because you're injured.
I think you have to stay on because we don't know. I think I'm with Trev on that. I think
Okay.
the only person that I can see taking off at this point might be the Dust Bowl. I would really like to get another Dust Bowl beer.
We need to do that before we take him
Well,
off.
the only one.
DK is definitely on the cusp.
He would fit in that smaller, dude.
We could squeeze him in there,
dude. We fucking.
But then you wouldn't be able to see it. That's the
the thing.
We would know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You insult him by writing it small, so we don't even want your name read. Oh man, and that sucks because he up until Smith and Jigba broke his record a month ago. Yeah. He slowed down in the yardage, still had himself an 1,800-yard season, but it was 1961 was Johnson, something like that. He missed it by like about 100 yards, which, hey, look, I'm not shitting on nobody, okay? That's a hell of a fucking year. Like, JSN was fantastic and is going to be moving forward. We're cracking.
Which is look out for next week. We have our not like what we think's going to happen, but we have our Balls and Brews awards next week. Well, we are giving our awards.
Our
too.
end of the season awards.
Yep. So be on the lookout for that. JSN is in one of the categories.
Offensive Player of the Year.
Yep.
He's not in for MVP either.
Nah,
not quite. He just misses.
I think he just misses.
I don't judge for even nomination. Yes, it's Drake May. Who's going to be anyway? Sorry.
I mean, him and Stafford.
Josh
Allen is still. I think that Philly game really hurt him.
Yeah,
though.
he needed to win that game for it, and
He should have won that.
And
game.
that's coming from you. It was a bad throw, bud. Bad throw.
It was.
It was a bad throw.
I was watching it.
Open.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody at home.
I'm excited for this.
Beer number 3. Yeah, I can't wait.
Citra Blonde.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah, dude.
That's the winner.
That's fire.
That's the
Wise
winner.
Blood is the name of the beer by Heirloom Rustic Ales. It's a blonde ale with sumac.
Where'd you get this, Charlie?
My boys at Craft, dude. They don't let us down. I shop for this pod, y'all. Like this can is cool as fuck. Check it out. It'll be up on X and Instagram here pretty soon. These boys are out of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I like that a lot.
5.2. So sumac is like a ground up root or herb that is used in a lot of Indian food. I looked it up because I was like, I don't know what sumac is. I don't know if I want to bring this until I looked it up, and it was like a zest, a lemony, a very citra blonde, as you like to say, citrus. Like no, that fucking
that's
smacks. It hits.
I like it. Good job, Charlie. I like it. Let's get a little playoff picture look in here. Right now, basically, we'll start with the AFC since you guys are NFC. Do you guys last? Broncos basically going to probably wrap up the 1 seed. We just said they're winning. Are they still winning, Trev? I know that we just talked about
well
it.
with the second stringers from the Chargers in. Yeah, that's all but a sure.
Put that game away. They're up 10 right now.
Patriots
with the ball.
Patriots are number 2 seed and they're winning as well.
Yeah, Patriots
smoking on the Dolphins.
Yeah, that game's over. Dolphins were also resting people because their season's over. It's 10-31 right there.
Yeah.
So Patriots clinched to 2, which means the Jags clinched to 3 at 13-4. And the winner of tonight's game will be the 4 seed.
Shout out to the top of the AFC though, man. They're shelling out. Those are 3 teams that could make some noise. Like
yeah,
there's no 11.
Broncos,
there's no 11-6 or 12-5.
Jaguars like all those.
13-4 is the lowest win total you've got in your top 3 seeds. That's good shit.
Can my
No.
GMness
Never ever.
be more even in play, as I'm calling Leon Conan the whole entire offseason. He goes to the Jags, and they're good.
Nobody thought that guy was like
Not a great presser.
I should have. Hey,
Good offense.
why am I not
though.
sitting there?
Mendoza.
Number 5 seed is the Houston Texans. That's clinched.
Dude, that defense.
Yeah, it's gonna either give them a win against the 4 seed or
Which
not.
this, I think, changes because it's the 6 and the 7 are the Chargers and the Bills. But I think the Bills beating the Jets and the Chargers losing to the Broncos would make the Chargers
The
the
7
6th,
seed
would make the Chargers 7 seed and the Bills
the
the 6th.
6th.
Yeah.
Jets, a goose egg. Bills, 29.
Yeah, no, dude, it's so
With the
funny
ball.
because as good as the records say in the AFC, there's no pony that you ride outside of Josh Allen in this fucking AFC playoff.
This is another.
Trevor Lawrence has been playing well, but he's still not Josh Allen. Like,
Yeah, no, Josh Allen is the
Herbert's
top quarterback
only
in the
and I
at
hate
league.
like
to say-
a schmeh percentage of himself.
If you were to next
The
week,
cape, dude. When he puts on that
if we
cape,
were doing this on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'd be like, hey, who's got the most pressure in the playoffs? It's J.A.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily say pressure. He puts it on himself. The pressure is his and his alone in the sense of
there's
nobody's
nobody-
questioning
but
him.
there's nobody else. This
Right,
is your for
Burrow's
sure.
gone. Mahomes is
you're the
gone.
best.
Lamar is
Isn't
maybe.
maybe.
Yeah.
Dude, so you're like, and it sucks because, you fucking, I want him to win, but then Sean McDermott stays. Sean McDermott should be fired.
This is another reason Aaron Glenn should be fired too. Is it feels like the Jets have kind of quit on
Correct.
Not
the
kind
year.
of. They've
Given up this season.
So next week's matchups right now would be the number 7 Chargers at the number 2 Patriots, the number 6 Bills at the number 3 Jags, the number 5
Ooh,
That's fire.
that's got juice written all over it right
the
there.
number 5 Texans playing either the Steelers or Ravens at home, or
Which
in
is
their home.
probably the least exciting out of those matchups for sure. Like, just because.
Dude, but that a healthy Chargers having to go cross country to play a Patriots, that game's probably going to be early. They're already disadvantaged. Dude, that's a pretty shitty matchup for the Chargers, honestly.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well for them.
Like at all.
But that's how the playoffs go. You're just
Hey,
excited
hey,
to be
that's
there
what happens if you're
sometimes.
the 7th
The
seed.
Packers are going to back in at the 7th seed, and
So,
they're going to get to either. I don't.
All right,
we
so
gotta-
NFC playoffs.
Okay.
Seahawks 1 seed,
Locked up.
Bears 2 seed, and right now they're winning.
No, they
No,
were
they're
losing. They
losing
were
to
down
the Lions.
13-0.
It's 16-8 right now. With the
Okay.
Lions having the ball.
Okay.
So they're looking like
They
the
could
3
fall the
seed.
3 seed, and the Eagles
Because
would
the
get
Eagles-
the 2 seed.
Are they winning? Are the Eagles winning?
Eagles
Yes.
are winning by a touchdown against the Commanders, 17-10.
Okay. So, yes, if it stays the way it is, it'll flip-flop. Because the Bears have the straight-up tiebreaker,
Correct.
but if they...
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So...
Fucking
Which-
Eagles getting the 2 seed. Are you fucking kidding me?
Fucking kidding me, Smalls?
The NFC North just beat each other out too much. Is what happened. Like you just like got in a lot of dogfights, dude. That's a good ass division, man.
Very good.
As
Eagles fucking
clearly of a step
Top
forward...
to bottom, the best, probably.
Eagles is like one of the teams other than the NFC South that I feel the least confident about.
I would agree with that. What I was going to say was in the NFC North with like as good as Caleb Williams is and can be as well, they shit the bed sometimes too.
Dude, the NFC North has some really good stuff, but they got, dude.
They have these moments where they brain fart. All
We're
of those
gonna have-
teams. The Lions,
the
the
Li-
Packers, definitely the Vikings,
We
and
definitely
the
need
Bears.
to have a conversation about the Lions at some point about what they're going to do moving forward. We obviously know that the offensive coordinator missing was the whole thing.
Yeah,
and
no, they went from
circumstance.
15-2
At-
to not making the
At
playoffs.
one point last week,
Losing Bose is so tough.
last week when we were talking about quarterbacks, I said there's only a certain amount of quarterbacks. There's like 4 quarterbacks that I have up here that need to be in a system. Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, and who's the 4th one, Charlie? You remember off the top of
Other
my
than
head?
boy Darnold.
I had Darnold in top 10. I think he's playing
Ew.
solid. I had somebody else, but I said those
Purdy?
4 quarterbacks. No, I had Purdy kind of high, but maybe I did
Alright.
Purdy. I had Purdy.
I
There was
thought
one-
he could be in that list.
but there was
Sure.
one of those 4, and I was going big.
Well,
I
because he
I
made that list before we played.
Correct.
Yeah.
I like Goff, but
Sure.
he really needs the Ben Johnson coach to keep him up. Baker Mayfield needs the coaching when you can't do it leg wise and you don't have elite talents anywhere else, you kind of need the coaching. And
This
Jalen
season
Hurts
speaks to that. Exactly.
All three of them. Jalen Hurts needs a different system to strive. Goff and Baker both need the elite offensive coordinator to kind of strive, man. And it seems, and there was one I can't think of. I'm drawing a blank. But no, I had Darnold kind of high. I had Caleb high, and I had Bo Nix high because they're winning.
Understand?
I went with winners.
It's 1 and 2s.
We want winners.
We do.
Playoff picture, where were we at? Oh, yeah, we're at the 2 and 3. So either one, I don't know. I would probably rather play the Eagles than the Bears, honestly, but sometimes the Bears make stupid mistakes. Bears kind of had that
And
weird
the Eagles,
season where they won a lot of close games.
The Eagles have a defense. The Eagles have a defense.
They've been playing better.
The Eagles have a defense.
Okay, so the number 4 seed's the Carolina Panthers.
This is really good.
The number 5 seed, which it's right now is listed as the Niners, but it's probably going to be the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
The Niners will be the 49ers will be the 6th seed, and the 7th seed.
The Cardinals were winning.
Oh yeah, what is that?
No, the Rams have taken the lead.
Okay.
23-20.
Oh, okay.
How much time's left though?
We got 13. So
I don't care. I'm still taking the Rams. Yeah, I
Rams,
understand, but
Rams.
that is still open. That's still open. It's still open.
7 is Packers.
Correct.
So no matter what, the Packers are going to play the 2 seed.
Right.
Dude, if I'm the Packers, I'm fucking hoping the Eagles get it.
Absolutely.
To Philadelphia instead of having to go back and play Caleb and Ben again.
That'd be awesome to see.
It would be, but I'd rather, if I'm the Packers, I'd rather see the Eagles. Rams 5 or 6. So basically, the Panthers are going to hit the 5 or 6. So that's going to be an L, whether it's Niners or
right. No, that's what I'm saying. The NFC West is 5 and 6.
If I'm the,
we're 1 5 and 6. We were nasty.
If I'm the Bears,
best division of football, baby.
If I'm the Bears or the Eagles, as the Bears, I do not want to see the Rams or 49ers if I'm the 6th seed. You have to win this game and play the Packers.
Yeah, that's why it's like...
Dude, that is not... You don't want to see either team.
I would agree.
I'd rather see the Niners, honestly, because at least maybe my offense can beat their defense.
And and they're banged the fuck up. They're kind of limping into this playoff, dude.
Man, you got to win this game.
Yeah, and they're not... The Eagles were even sitting people. And the Bears were going full out. Like it's
losing this game is a huge opportunity.
For the Bears, it is. No, because you guarantee yourself a second home playoff game. You play wild card, and you're guaranteed divisional
and
as
the
second
matchup.
Seed. Yes, yeah, and they're poo in the bed, as they like to say.
Before we get to Trev's top 10, quarterbacks rule the world. We'll have the final numbers next week. We had one losing week in week 3 at 7-9. We had
give me some overalls.
I got to do the overall next week.
I love it.
We had week 5 was a 7-7, and then last week was 8-8. Highest we got was 11-3. We did that. We had 12-4 the first week. We had and then we went 11-4 as week 6, 9, 11-3 week 10, 10-4 week 11, 11-3 week 12, 11-3. A bunch of 10-6s, but it just proves. When you have the best quarterback, we're going to come out of here, and there's a couple weeks, and some of these are because of injuries. When you have the best quarterback, we're at 68% when we did it week whatever.
Which is funny because our rankings are different across all of us. Correct. So this is general narrative. Like we didn't sit and come up with a collaborative list.
So we didn't have Trev last week, but me and Charlie, a lot of our bottom stuff, that's when you get the losses. We're all within like 1 or 2, 3. It was when you got to the
bottom
top
tier.
Sure. We had different tops because I started moving guys up because they were in the playoffs, and I took guys out because they weren't. And the way dudes finish the season. Trev wasn't here, so we will have to revisit that at the end of the season.
My name.
Or, when we do our ones.
I love that. What a great segment, and it worked out. I think it proved the point we were trying to make it prove.
And when we do it at the end, did a couple quarterbacks jump in the top 4, and did one of the top 4 quarterbacks or 2 of the top quarterbacks fall out of the top 4?
That's a good call.
Mahomes and Allen's are always going to be probably 1 and 2. Whether you put Allen above Mahomes, is going out of this. After that, did Burrow and Lamar this year because of being hurt again? Did you fall out of the all-time?
It's not a complete grade.
Did you fall out of the? Well, did you fall out of the top 4?
Burrow sucks. I don't know what you do without Burrow. That. He's such a hard case study at this point. He's been in the league 5 years and been busted up 4.
Yes. So we want to put him in our 3.
I know.
Maybe you put him in your 4.
When he's healthy, he's a game changer.
But then if Herbert wins the game in the playoffs. And you're like, he's playing with nobody.
What's your best ability?
Availability.
Get on the fucking field.
And same with Lamar. Lamar's hurt again. And he's only playing.
The last 3 years he has been at the end of the year, he's been banged up. That's fact. I can't.
Only last year he wasn't. That's the only year he hasn't been the last 4 years.
He had an MVP-esque. That's right.
Yeah.
I got a little robbed.
But
I said a little robbed.
But you have 3 of the last 4 where you have been hurt going at the end of the season. And that's when you're on the field, you're a top 4 quarterback.
And it sucks
Chuck has him at 3. You had him at 4.
Because
right? I had him at 4.
You can't.
Like all-time ranking, yeah. Right.
The what-ifs don't matter. If you don't play, you don't put up stats. It just so what if you're talented when you are on the field? If you play 4 out of 16 or 17 games every year, it's so the fuck what? Yeah.
Right. So is Joe and so the quarterback thing is so crazy because now where's Joe and
because I love watching Joey B. When he's wheeling and dealing, he's such a good quarterback. You can argue he's
a top 2 quarterback when he's
when he's ice cold, when he's Joe, yeah, for sure.
But Herbert is having like a similar season to what
and busted the fuck up
Burrow
himself.
Did, like when he's getting sacked as many times as he did when he went to the Super Bowl. If the Chargers come out and win a game in the playoffs,
what if they get
they
the
are
juice?
like
what if they
there
get the
neck
juice?
and neck for that next spot.
And then Matty Stafford, it comes out and excels at 39.
Yeah, well, Stafford is.
But now you're old, right? So can you keep, no, because
still good.
Can you keep doing what Tom did, right? Or when's the?
I think the injuries are going to catch him quicker than Tom.
His back is worse than Tom's.
Yeah,
that's where it's at. But that's what I'm saying. Like this year was such a crazy year with your Drakes are now probably going to win the MVP. Let's be realistic, right?
I think with the Rams not beating the Falcons, when him giving up 3 interceptions,
and him throwing 2 picks.
Yeah,
one was a pick 6. Josh losing to the Eagles.
No, he threw 3 picks.
He threw 3 picks.
Yes.
So Josh losing the Eagles. Basically, Drake, Stafford,
it's gonna be Drake. It's the clear AP is Drake.
Right. Okay.
Like,
so then you have to deal with him now in your quarterback rankings. Dude has been like elite.
Yep.
Caleb and Bo are winning at the end of the season.
I had Drake at 4. I have Drake at 4 currently.
I had Drake at 4. I had Drake at 3 because I had
the real test for Drake will come next season when they play a difficult schedule.
Well, they're going to have to play the 1 overall, but let's see what they can do right now.
Because Jaden looked like shit year 2.
Oh yeah, after they played a first. Well, they didn't play a first; they were second. They played a second.
Jaden's got to come back. Caleb starts to climb the ladder.
He was busted up.
Bo Nix, all he does is seem to win games.
He's such an anomaly, though. Like
this has been a down year for him.
Well, dude, that defense is fucking incredible. If you're gonna look, you can kind of look at the Broncos and the Seahawks very similarly in the way that they're laid out.
Better than.
I would agree. More consistently,
Bo's had a lot of Bo's fourth quarters and third.
Seahawks
his miraculousness. He has miraculousness. Oh well, I mean, it is what it is. You're not wrong, but
Sam's
it is what it
hit
is.
Isn't that bad?
No, but we're talking with the Russell Wilson cap hit to keep the rest of the team. Yeah, you're paying that off. This is the last year of that payment. So,
but quarterbacks rule the world. It's proven. It's. I'll get into it. My fandom. I don't want to hear Trev.
Speak.
Let's review Trev's top 10.
Oh boy.
This is the final one.
Brother. This has got to be it. Exactly. Yeah, they fucking kill it. Let's go.
All right. I could get some argument right off the bat.
Could you?
Yeah, I mean, but I'm going Bills. That you should have beat the Eagles. You should have beat the Eagles, and it would have been so much easier to put you so much higher on my list. But you didn't.
Right. And if you think about it, it's number 5 in the AFC or number 5 in the NFC, like top 10. Well, not top. It could be number 10. It could be the bottom of the bottom.
I don't have any argument there. You know how I feel.
Yeah, we love Josh Allen. That team is not.
That team is not very good.
No.
But you're probably not a top 10
But if
team.
you draw the Bills to play, your butthole gets a little small because
you
know
see him
what
coming
he
at
can
you.
do. Yeah. Because you know what he can do.
I imagine all of us could see them possibly going on a run because of him.
And I like your unbiasedness, though. I'm
praying for it. Praying for it.
For the roster, the way it's built, and the health, 10 is not awkward.
All right, moving on to number 9. The team that beat the Bills, the Eagles.
Okay.
That defense is better.
Right.
I don't trust that offense at all.
No, that offense has been not good.
No.
Nope.
They can, but they don't.
Against the Bills, what was like Jalen Hurts completed what against
one pass in the second half?
It was something like that. Like
against a defense that's not very good. a secondary that's not very good. Your elite receivers should have eaten up that secondary.
Yeah, talent on that team, but I can't trust it. That's why they're my number 9.
I completely understand.
They need a new offensive coordinator.
My number
Really like this
8.
beer.
Me too.
The Bears.
Da Bears.
Ooh, 8. I thought you would have had them a little bit higher.
I mean,
But yeah, I agree with you. I just thought you would have
There's
had
some
higher.
shakiness. And
There's-
like,
I think they've overperformed.
sure.
They're ahead of schedule. They were.
So Josh keeps
I
saying,
wanted to pick
we're playing
them.
with house money. We're being humble.
Yeah, no, I want to pick them. I like the players they have, but there is a learning curve here, and you can see the turn starting to happen.
Right.
But it's still not quite there.
No, they're going to get beat in the playoffs. In the playoffs.
That's how I feel.
If they lose this
like
game,
that take.
they got a fucking
All
fuck
the-
set.
Dude, I don't know.
Having the Niners come in your house is not nice.
Not nice.
Like you're gonna have. It's not. I mean, even if
Bears Packers would have been technically the better matchup, but
'Cause
Bears
that division
Niners is
game.
good too.
Yeah, it's
Like,
another rematch.
But then you're looking at Rams Eagles, which is a rematch.
it'd be Eagles are gonna be the 2 seed.
So then it would
It'd be Rams. It'd be Eagles Packers because the Eagles are gonna win.
It would
the
be
Bears are gonna-
it'd be Eagles Packers. That's right.
and Carolina gets the
And then
Rams.
because then, oh yeah, that's kind of how it's shaking out.
Yeah, but then it would be better for you that way. Then you would get to probably the Niners, and then the Rams would probably end up going to.
I don't know, dude. If the
second.
the Rams. Okay, so it depends on if the Packers win.
Well, Packers
Would come to Seattle if they
Yeah.
win.
the
If they
Eagles
beat the
win,
2
yeah.
seed.
They got a shot.
The Packers have been that team that just
They're gonna fumble. Fuck
they
it.
do that. That's what they've been
No,
this season.
Look, okay.
They don't have
the
they
only
need some-
team.
they
Look,
need-
I'm
they
going to put
need
this out
something,
here.
and they don't have it.
I'm going to put this out here in full honesty. The only team I don't want to see first round is the Rams, and I might very well see them depending on how it all falls. That's the one team I don't want to see first round. If I see them in the championship round, so fucking be it. I do not want to see them game 1. But
Yeah,
whatever.
that's a rough game.
It's a tough
first
draw.
seed.
It's a tough draw, but I don't care. We got to beat who we got to beat. We got to go through. We're the number 1 seed. It shouldn't fucking
Handle
matter.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm rooting for the Rams. Sorry, Charlie.
I know the fuck you are.
All right, moving on to number 6.
Yes.
I got the Niners. We beat the Bears, so I give us a slight edge.
Okay.
But I don't like. I like that we'll probably. It sounds like we'll have Williams back. We'll have Pearsall back. So we'll be in a little bit better shape for the first game. But
It's probably against the Bears.
it's probably against the Bears, which I give it to me. I mean, them or the Eagles. Both of those teams. I mean, I hate the Eagles more than I hate the Bears, but both of those teams I think they're all in the same kind of playing field. There's not a big gap anywhere here as far as strength goes for those teams. Any fire back? I thought I might get a little bit more fire back on my team, just putting them there.
No.
Look, man, I am.
Go ahead with 5, brother.
Yeah, because all
Right.
I was gonna do is gush about how we shut you down to 3 points.
All right, yeah, that's real bad
That's all I was
going
gonna
into
say.
the playoffs with only scoring 3 in the last game. But anyways, number 5,
Number
got the
5.
Texans.
Oh, yes. No, I mean I understand. Yes,
That defense
is filthy.
I love that defense so much. But they did outscore the Colts today, and the Colts made them work for it. So maybe they're low on my list, but what do you think? What do you think about the Texans here?
Well, I don't know. I gotta see who's above them. I gotta
Okay.
see who's above you. I don't know. I think the defense elite. I think the offense is still
Figuring it out.
Yeah.
Got anything for the Texans?
I think that this is properly rated. I think that
All right,
we've noticed that these defenses, when they do what they can do, they will change things. Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson and Derek Stingley and Row. Yeah.
I love that last name.
So who you got above them, Trev?
All right, so moving on into the top 5, we have our number 14.
Yeah.
The Patriots. Patriots, I can see a lot of people probably having them higher. I just look at the competition that they played, and I still have that question in the back of my mind, at least.
So you left him out. I was wondering who you're going to leave out. Okay. That's your number 3?
No, that's my 4.
Oh, never mind. Hold on. They still have a chance. Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, you might be ahead of schedule there.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots are right
Take
about.
one deep breath.
But you got anything for the Patriots here? Do you think they should be higher?
No, I think because we can't trust them. They've looked good, but there's no seasoning on that.
You lost to the Bills. You beat the Ravens, but I don't know how good the Ravens are.
It's a first year everything now.
I'm just going to read on them. I mean, they're just going to get better over time.
Right, correct. So 4 makes sense to me here.
Okay. At 3, we got the Broncos. Again, defense, I love it so much.
You did leave them out.
You did not leave the Rams off this. You did. You might have.
No,
just wait.
But
how do we feel about the Broncos?
At 3?
Bo Nix is why I put them at 3.
Because their defense is elite. No, yeah, I agree with 3 and 4.
3's fine with the Broncos. Yeah. It's just because I know who you're 1 and 2 are. I think. You think. So it means somebody else left off, and I would think that team should be.
Okay, I want to hear who that team is once we get to that point. Number 2.
Silva.
No, this is number 3. This is the Jaguars. I'm sorry. I need to count right.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Jaguars I have at 3. Bills is 10,
9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay, never mind.
Good Lord.
Yeah, you got to count
you got me out because I was like, dude.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let's rerun it. 10.
Bills.
9.
Eagles.
8.
Bears.
7.
Niners.
6.
Texans.
That's where
5.
you messed up.
Patriots.
Yep. 4.
Broncos.
Okay.
Jags.
You said Niners and 6.
You did.
And we didn't catch it.
I messed it up. I'm sorry.
You're good. Okay, because now you're good. Because I was going to go,
apologize
how in
to
the fuck don't you have the Jags? It's Rams and Seahawks 1 and 2, right?
Well, let's
So I was going, how in the fuck is this happening?
So, minus my bad math, do we like the Jaguars better than the Broncos?
Yes.
They beat the Broncos.
The ceiling on Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence has been playing good.
The Jaguars is like this because
I don't know what he did today, but the week before he had a down kind of game.
They blew out the Titans today, so I'm assuming he went elite.
They're going to be
I would assume
fine.
so.
The Jaguars got the juice right now.
And defensively, they're finally playing to what those picks gave them. Remember, Travion Walker, Josh Hines out. They're finally...
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, I thought they might have been overrated because of the turnovers, that they're not getting as much, but they're still playing well. It's kind of meshed. It's come together really nice for the Jaguars at the end of the season.
That's why they just need to either make him, Travis Hunter I'm talking about, they either just need to make him just a corner with the acquisition of Jacoby Myers. They need to Travis Hunter to be the other corner, come in as your slot when you go 5 wide or something, and bring him in and get an athletic play there. With Jacoby Myers, Brian Thomas, we still need to work out.
You didn't make that trade. That's very true. Constructing the roster next season, you might just be like, look, brother, we need to hone you in.
Dude, he's an elite corner. I mean, he's an elite receiver too, and he was doing it kind of on both ends.
His ball hawking skills are better, I think, than his playmaking skills.
I actually think he's a better receiver. I think for team building, it's a better corner.
I think he's a better cornerback.
So we're opposites.
But that's still, the question is out on him, and I feel like he still should refine one before taking on the role of both.
And can we talk? Offensive coordinating coach comes into an offensive line where you only get maybe, I don't know how many free agents you got this year. Last year, one of the worst offensive lines. This year, playing as one of the best offensive lines, and you didn't make any moves other than changing your coaching staff.
Well, and that speaks to the coaching staff getting the most out of what they have.
The whole thing.
The growth is better with this coaching staff.
The only thing we've seen a decline in the Jaguars, which is weird, is Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, that has been strange.
He was number 2 in receiving yards last year in the league.
Right. His rookie year was fantastic.
He's had drops. Looked like he's alligating arm in it.
He's got that sophomore slump, dude.
So for them, if him and Jacoby Myers, and then you have the tight end, Strange. Dude, you were starting to look like you have put an ETN. You are now starting to build that stuff where you're looking at team building.
Bashal Tutin's coming. And
that a boy. Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Electric.
All right.
Number 2.
Number 2, I got the Rams.
Special teams.
Man, you hated making this power.
Special teams. Special teams lost them like 4 games this year.
All
their games.
That Rams team is.
I think they've
beat
missed
anybody.
Devontae Adams.
Who
doesn't?
In the red zone though, been very missed. Outside the red zone, I think maybe in the red zone, Devontae's been missed big time.
Big time.
Like we're talking going from like 75% touchdowns, 80% touchdowns to like 50%.
He had 7 touchdowns from within the 3-yard line. He was that wiggle.
He had
catch me.
He had 20 catches and 10 of them were for tutties.
Nasty.
Well, not quite like that, but that's an overexaggeration.
You know what I'm saying? Hyperbole.
And number 1.
Lay it on me.
The Seahawks.
It's just because that defense is so good. And my special teams, like Rashid Shaheed, was the trade of the year.
It was a trade of the year, and we said it. I think the defense.
Jacoby Myers might be right next to it, though.
Correct. I do agree with Trev.
That is true. It absolutely changed the trajectory of season. Yeah, agreed.
I think that right now you have what
I might even take that over.
I think your big three is pretty. I think your big three is pretty. I think your big three is pretty strong with GM, coach, and quarterback.
Do you like the Rams over the Seahawks?
The Rams have to do special teams. Seahawks do all 3. I know Sammy's got a lot of turnovers. The Seahawks do all 3 better, except for Myers missing kicks is really concerning going to the playoffs.
He hadn't done that until last game, though.
I know, but he's big game. We don't miss some kicks in the big game.
He bonged that motherfucker.
The Rams lost every game because of special teams this year, except for the Falcons.
Huge.
The Rams have
Eagles, Niners, and then the other one. Who's the other one? Bears, right? Bears. Eagles, Niners, Bears. All lost because of special teams.
Wow.
You have to be able to do all 3. Why did the Patriots win so much? Because all 3 were elite all the time. Or they didn't make mistakes. They didn't have to be elite. You didn't make mistakes. When the special teams came on, they made tackles.
Saves you a lot.
Dude, not giving up touchdowns. Not getting field goals blocked. 3 points. How many times did the Rams get field goals blocked or miss field goals?
Oh, quite a few.
To lose games.
Well, the missed field goals, because it's true.
And not close.
They had 3 different kickers this year.
And not like
that's when you
far.
know you've had a tough year.
We're not kicking 60s and 50-yarders. We're missing field goals that's inside
45.
40.
Yep, 45, yeah.
So the Rams are losing because of special teams. So I like it because the Seahawks play 3 better, I think. The Rams might be the scariest team on this list.
Go ahead, look at me. Wait, what's your question?
Do you want a cherry on top the Seahawks at number 1?
I can't believe it, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you. I honestly
I gotta be real.
No. I mean in factual because that's correct. I think that we are
cherry on top
the most dominant of the when you look at the AFC teams, I trust us more than either of the AFC teams, so I understand why you did what you did.
Top 2 teams are AFC West.
Right, exactly. Yeah, the 5th seed overall, technically, or 6th seed. They might 5. They should in theory be 5. Yeah. But either way, you're talking a wild card team over a 1 seed.
Yes.
And I understand because you're also looking at the quarterback position, and Stafford has won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and obviously I'm not going through who has the best record because I have the Broncos at 4.
Right.
They're probably winning the AFC.
They're going to be the 1 seed.
I still kind of like the Jags better than them in the AFC. And the Seahawks, the resume speaks for itself.
Dude, I was not ready for the 1 seed. I still haven't fully celebrated it. It's nuts, dude. That's 11-5, brother, and I thought I was giving myself some love. And 14-3,
thought that might be a little homerism.
Or 11-6. I'm sorry. Well, 11 wins coming. With Sam Darnold coming up, we had a lot of uncertainty technically, and it is just mesh. It's just one of those years. The locker room just gets it. There's that vibe. It's the flow. It's just it. Sometimes these things happen in sports where there's that 1 year fucking anomaly. I'm not saying we're going to start a dynasty or fucking anything, you know what I'm saying? But this year, there is some synergy in everything that's going on right now.
I think what you said before I left to go to the bathroom about the 2 top teams being the NFC West, you have the most confidence in compared to any AFC team. When we're talking about the number 10 team being the Bills, and the only reason we're talking about that they can win a Super Bowl is because of one player,
right?
That shows that you have no confidence in any AFC team because we don't think any of them could flunder if you have
could overdo the number 10 team.
None of these teams feel complete,
right? Like you have Sean Payton, a winning Super Bowl coach for the Broncos, right? But the quarterback, He comes and goes.
disappears.
But is that the offense? But is that Sean Payton's fault too?
It has to be.
Because it can't just be on Bo, because Bo comes out third, fourth quarter, and all of a sudden you're like,
Dude, he came back from 30 points against the Giants or some shit.
We're
Dude.
looking
It was
at
the craziest thing I've ever seen.
We're looking at the Jags at a quarterback we all thought was going to be elite. Now the coach has got in there,
Dude,
but it's a rookie
step
coach.
up to Lawrence, though.
Right? Hey, I've been a T-Law guy all the time. I've been riding that
You
wave.
finally came true for you.
I've been finally
That's what I was
running.
holding on for the Justin Fields, and it just didn't.
But that's where you go through the AFC. Like, look at the AFC teams. You can say something, but there's Patriots. Second year.
No, it's the unprovenness.
Yes,
right.
it's the whole thing.
Yeah. No, there's Sean McVay and Matt Stafford. If they turn the lights on, it's a tough out. Period.
That special
They can
teams,
lose.
It's straight
but,
up special teams for them.
Fuck, man. Downey,
Fandom.
you got a fandom for us.
Well, I got. Well,
Couple?
yeah.
Bring it out.
I finished.
Bring it
I
out.
beat Dynasty Warriors.
Okay.
Finally, jeez.
Dude, I did get low P on that game. It was so fun. That game was so fun. Really good game, really good graphics. It was just awesome. I beat it this morning. Just super excited. I was so pumped when I beat it. But yeah, it was such a fun game. I'm super glad I got it. It was exactly what I wanted at that point. Just hack and slash, swords. You're leveling stuff up. You're using different weapons. It was exactly what I needed. And it wasn't too graphic because it called everything a KO to where Grayson couldn't watch. So it's not like when you're hacking and slashing, there's blood flying everywhere. So my son could watch, which is helpful when I'm trying to play video games midday. Next game I'm thinking I'm going to maybe is Devil May Cry, which obviously goes against what I just said. But that's a dad game. But I've completely I beat 4, I beat 3. I watched Trevor and Josh beat 1 and 2. So I 5's my last one of that series. So I'm like kind of looking forward to knocking that one out. Right. Second part of my fandom. I'm going to plead with you. Please, Raiders. Please. You're the number
This
one
is
pick.
the good bad rant.
Please don't
Good
fuck
bad
this up.
rant.
Please don't fuck this up.
You're locked into the number one.
We're locked in.
You're locked in.
He's right there. He's number 15. He's tall, 6'5". Not a rocket cannon arm, but a damn good arm. Plays for the team of Indiana Hoosiers. Probably going to the national title game. He's your dude. Do not fuck this up. Go get Kubiak. I'm not fucking around with this either. He's the dude. What did Shanahan say before playing him? The Clay's always ready to go. Clint Kubiak. Yeah. Clint is right there, dude. Clint makes all the stuff. I don't know why we're not looking at him more. I think he's being underrated. Just don't fuck this up. This is it. This is the chance to kind of reset the whole organization, quarterback, coach, everything. If you don't draft, and if Dante comes out and you take him, I'm not necessarily going to be stoked, but I'm not going to be pissed. If you have the number 1 pick and you trade away, or you fucking draft Ruben Bain or Averill Reese, I will throw away all my Raider gear other than like some of my signed shit.
It's on wax.
And I will not be a Raider fan anymore. I cannot do this anymore. You cannot fuck this many drafts up. How many drafts did we fuck up where we had like 3 first-round picks and we couldn't do anything?
You got Josh Jacobs out of it.
And traded him away too. So, I mean, we just can't do it. I can't do it anymore. You're a shitty organization. You should be rated as one of the shitty organizations in the league with the Browns and Jets.
Question.
Shoot.
If you don't get Kubiak, who's your next?
I don't know because it's kind of like if McDaniels gets fired, can he come on for a year or two? I don't know. I want straight offensive person. Mike McCarthy, I would really love if Mike McCarthy came on.
You brought him up before.
I think Mike McCarthy could come in and do a good job. He might not win the Super Bowl.
But he seems like a legitimate candidate because he's had the year off. And
yes.
And
I think he's a legitimate candidate for the Titans too because they want to come in and start resetting your quarterback. You can't do it as Mike McDonald got Kubiak and then he got Sam. He runs a perfect offense. You can't necessarily get look what is going on with the Texans. The up and down play of CJ. You keep changing offensive coordinators, and CJ can't get in a rhythm. Plus, you have no offensive line.
I think that's more.
But most of these times, it doesn't work. Ben Johnson, look what he's doing with Caleb. Look what Caleb did with the defensive coach. Bo Nix has got Sean Payton. It's evident. It's out there. Do not fuck this up. If you take Minter or Saleh as your head coach, please just do it good. If you don't take Mendoza, I'm fucking done. If you take Mendoza and have a shitty coaching hire, I'm going to be fucking pissed. It's not hard. This shouldn't be hard. Trev, go for it.
I mean, part of that I think is, I think Sala and McDaniel would be like
It'd be a
dream
home run.
pairing.
It'd be a home run.
But being
How
able
much
to
is it
pull
gonna
that
happen?
off,
We offered Saul, I guess, a bunch of money last year to come be our D coordinator.
I'm sure. Well, we offered him a bunch of money to stay our D coordinator. We'll see what happens though.
I know Minter has been killing it as a Chargers coach. And Cliff's out there. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad with Cliff. I would rather have probably McCarthy or Kubiak. I don't think there's another offensive dude. I don't want Kevin Stefanski.
Okay.
I don't know. He rubs me wrong. Brian Daboll rubs me wrong. If you're going to give me Daboll or Stefanski, it's as an OC, not as head coach. I don't think either of them are ready to roll. I don't like Stefanski. So, but I don't know. And you're probably going to fuck it up. We have no more pick. This is it. We should be good again. Make the silver and black good. We were good for years.
And yeah, it feels
for
like
decades we were fucking good.
If you get those
None of the
two
decades
things
I
right,
saw.
if you get the right coach and you get Mendoza,
Resets.
you feel like you feel on top of the world as a Raider fan.
It
don't
should
you?
reset it, Trev. Then you have Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty, who's having a good game, who's still going to lead all rookies in rushing.
Yeah, there's pieces to like on your team. Him and Crosby, fire.
I have no idea what Pete wasn't starting Jackson at center and was starting Meredith center, who's never played center. I don't know what happened this year. It was a total fucking just unbelievable what was going on as you're reading stuff and you're just why is this person not playing? Pete had Pete guys and wasn't playing other guys. Beck wasn't playing. We went and signed Tyler Lockett, which if you're winning, yeah, why not go get Lockett? But if you're losing, why are we not trying to develop the young receiver when you're 2-10?
Yeah.
So I didn't. Yeah.
Okay, for my fandom, I got two things. First thing,
One time.
Stranger Things, into that series story.
Okay.
Wrapped up great.
Yeah, you liked it?
I did.
Good.
I really did.
Love that. I love when it comes to a good ending.
I thought it was one of the better endings I've seen in the show
Hell yeah.
in a while. I loved the build-up. I loved the villain. It finished strong.
Excellent. Love that.
That was great. That just came out on New Year's Day was the final episode, the way that they spaced it.
On the Netflix, they pay the tariffs.
And then the other thing was the other day I went and saw The Anaconda.
How was it?
With
I watched
Jack
all
Black
that.
and Paul Rudd.
Yeah,
Dude,
it
I
looks
watched
funny.
I watched the Ice Cube J-Lo one yesterday while I was doing my
that's
laundry.
hilarious.
It
What'd
was
you think?
fun. It was a fun movie.
Love it.
You go into it knowing that it's kind of
Campy. And
yes,
yeah,
exactly,
absolutely.
and it lives up to what it was built to
Good.
be.
That's what I want.
Yes,
That's exactly what I want.
good watch.
Good
I
watch.
am a little bit farther into The Last Samurai.
Yeah,
Dude, it's pretty badass.
Last Samurai Standing on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yep, I think
I like that show.
I got to
too.
get back on my treadmill. I've had a lot of drinking, not a lot of treadmilling, so I haven't really been watching that show. That's my treadmill show because it's so intense. So I get up there and just like focus in as I'm doing my treadmill work.
Get
But no,
adrenaline
it's
going.
a good
I
show.
ran 4
It's a
miles
good
this
show.
morning.
It's a good show. Charlie, fandom.
I mean, it's obvious, right? I have to give the final gush. I want a spot on my Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has been legit. So for video games, I've been locked in on that. I've been putting in hours. I'm like 30 plus right now, and I'm just got to chapter 6. So
Do you know how many chapters there are?
14.
Oh.
Yeah. So I haven't hit the longest ones. They said 9, 10, and 12 are the longest ones. So I got a ways to go. Because I do all the side shit. It's when I take on worldly games, I know it's going to be an endeavor because I want to check every nook and cranny. I want to go up the stairwell you're not supposed to just to see if there's anything up there. Every now and again, developers put shit in areas that it's not supposed to be.
Open up a
So
chest
you
for
can
us.
find a
Explore that
weapon or
world.
a material. Exactly. Because I invest in those. And like Final Fantasy VII is like close to my heart as far as video game fandom. It's been my favorite video game for years. And then when they did the reboot or the retelling was like without a shadow of a doubt.
And I would say they've done that quite well. It's a beautiful game to watch, to play.
The story they add new elements, and there's a bunch of stuff that's not in Final Fantasy VII, but the story and like kind of the chapters and the way that they're working through it is true to form. Now, my final gush is to these motherfuckers right here. This is factual. The last 3 times we were the 1 seed, we made the Super Bowl. This is our 4th 1 seed.
In Santa Clara this year.
Yeah, correct. I mean, I think we can do it? Yes. Are we going to do it? Yes. No, this is my fandom. This is everything. I didn't know we were going to. Since we're here, there's no reason not to, dude. Leonard Williams, Derek Hall, Boye Mafe, Byron Murphy II, Jaron Reed. We have an insane defensive line. Riley Mills actually was active. Like
I told you, he's gonna be good.
And he's played well. Like Pliny, it's a big another fucking Hawaiian motherfucker that makes a difference. But my defense is gonna carry us for sure. They're called the Dark Side, is what they've.
That's the name of the team
that they've
defense?
given them. Yeah, I would join the dark side because there's no hope for you over here. It's pretty nasty, and like I'm telling you, those boys that I just named, and Ernest Jones, Drake Thomas has come on for us. Julian Love is back. Kobe Bryant should be coming back after these 2 weeks. We're getting a revelation. Thank you. Emin Wari can play any position. He can even rush the passer fairly well. Like, he can do it all. Like, jack of all trades. And the worry was tackling. His open field tackling has been fantastic. He's learned from Spoon. He's learned from Julian Love. He's learned from Ernest. Ernie Jones IV is a fucking bad man. Like, oh my God, Seahawks, come on, man. The juice is there. It's just that vibe. It's that feeling. It's that, like, it's that authenticity, right? Like, it just feels good, and I really do think this team has got it. I think that defense is fucking incredible. I think our offense, when our run game goes, JSN's been 1,800 yards. He's been elite. Like, AJ Barner at tight end has been good. Rasheen Shaheed in our play, we talked about all 3 phases. We got it. We have all 3 phases. So why not? The best time to be good is now.
And after all that gushing, we got to do a quick update.
We got a quick update. Lions end up beating the Bears 19-16, but the Commanders right now are on top of the Eagles 24-17, which make the Bears
right,
2 seed
correct.
and the Eagles
so how much time is left in Philly or in
111.
Washington? Who's got the ball?
Commanders.
So
Philly's going to lose and end up losing their shot to 2
Yeah,
seed.
it's going to go Chicago too. So it's going to go
Chargers
Packers.
the Packers.
Yeah. And then it's going to
Divisional
go
matchup.
Then it's going to go
Eagles
Niners. Oh, snap.
Because the Rams beat the Cardinals, so the Rams get the 5.
Rams are in the 5. Woo, they're set. There it is. Way to end this pod. 123.
Check us out next week. We're going to have our Balls and Brews Awards.
Yeah. Third annual, dude.
CFP will be the finale, so we'll know who's going to the finals.
Hell yeah.
I'll have an update of the game. And, yeah, keep us in lookout.
Spotify, YouTube, X, Instagram, Buzzsprout. We need some love on that, dude. That's for all your other platforms.
eBay, we've posted our first so many cards. We got a Dylan Harper X Factor. We got a Jerry Rice graded. And we got a couple Pokemon cards up there.
Dude, I think Pokemon's going to... Yeah, we in the business. We live, son. We out here. We're going to ship some shit. We'll see you for 124 soon.